But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over Bijan,
where Jordan Davis can, still play the same.
Yo, what's going on this Football Friday, man? It's about to get into, man. I know y'all just got some news, but before we get into all that, man, I'd like to introduce myself. I am KingDv.
And I am Smitty. You know what I'm saying? We here. We live. It's Inside the Nest. We back. I know y'all missed us on Wednesday, though. I know y'all missed us. I know y'all wanted to be here. You know what I'm saying? But we had to move it out, man. And guess what? KingDv, tell them what's going on. We moved in the perfect time.
Well, yeah. Yo. Oh, man. So, breaking news. The Observer Sports, shout out to you. What's going on?
Prince.
What's going on?
Prince.
But, Trey Lance to the Cowboys.
It looked like they gave up probably like a third or a fourth. It ain't been specified mid-round. So when you give up like DV, I said it like that, right? When you give up a third, that's a guy you can put in the starting lineup because you feel like he has potential to take your starter spot. Talk about it.
So what I'm saying, right, is Dakota Rain better not play like he did last season. That's all I'm saying. And if he played like he did last season, then Trey Lance is going to get in there and do his thing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, just how Stephen A. just put Dakota on blast, basically saying that, y'all quarterback is Dak Prescott. This is why y'all lose it. I don't know who heard that. The GM. I don't know if it was the coaches. But now Trey Lance is a Cowboy. So now, what's going on, Nina? So now, we could have a QB battle soon. Stay tuned. Because let me tell you something. Dak Prescott is nothing without a good running game.
Talk to him, DV.
Now. Huh?
I said talk to him. Talk to him, dog. Preach.
So now they got the small dude, and then they got somebody that's coming in with one leg, almost. So now, what is that going to do with? What is that going to do with him? With Dak. Dak, it's going to be in Dak's hands. So what is that going to do? All that's going to happen? Dak might get injured. God forbid he don't, because I do like Dak as a person, not as a player. Because I think he makes the wrong.
I like him as a player.
I don't like him as a player.
Look, I don't like him as a player because he makes ugly, nasty, infected looking star he be wearing, dog. You know what I'm saying? I think that's corroding his play. I
was with you 2 years ago about liking Dak. If he wasn't on the Cowboys, I would have been rooting for Dak. But now I really believe the Cowboys
corroded him all the way. He done.
Like offensive coordinators actually put the ball in his hands, and he makes the wrong reads. He makes the wrong decisions. He does, because at the end of the day, when the last time that you could say that Dakota Rain won the Cowboys a game?
2019, 2018, 19, whatever year that was when he had like the 4,000 yards. Other than that, I can only point to the time.
That's 4 or 5 years ago.
I agree. I mean, any other game I can think of is pretty much been him losing the game with him blowing the team out. If it's close, he's usually blowing the wreck, man.
Trey Lance about to take Dak's spot.
That would be nasty work. I ain't gonna lie to you. To see that happen,
no. If I don't give a damn about seeing it happen. What I'm saying is, when it happened or if it happens, I'm on Twitter, and I'm gonna blow it up. Bull was a fourth round, not fourth round, the fourth quarterback on the 49ers. If he come in
third.
No, so look,
Brock Purdy.
It was
Sam
Brock
Darnold,
Purdy.
Him.
Darnold. No, because Kyle Shanahan liked the other guy.
The rookie dude, the UDFA.
He likes him.
Man.
That's
I don't
why
think Trey was fourth though, because he just came out and said they was battling for him and Sam Darnold was battling for 2.
Listen, this is reporters, bro. Reporters. I can sit up there and say, "Yo,
no." I heard Shanahan say it. He said him and Sam Darnold was gonna be swapping intertwined for 2. But guess what happened?
Yeah, that's
you
cute.
Know what happened?
But now he a Cowboy. They
said Sam Darnold, you're 2. You 2. We're gonna go ahead and take you at 2. And we're gonna move on.
Right.
You know what really bite? Like I see him. He said it right, and he got it. Hey, what happens if Purdy shows up with that injury? And he's not the dude, and you just traded away a first round pick that you gave up everything for. You gave up 5 picks for Buddy, man. You gave up 5.
Only time at time.
Like I really hope he is what they think he is, because if not, and you just traded him away, and he turned out to be just a little bit of something in Dallas, that narrative is never going to stop circling around you.
Look, you better than me. I'm petty. I don't want him to be nothing.
No. That's what I'm saying. You better hope the San Francisco 49ers know what they're doing. Like, you better hope he's garbage and you just traded him away. You better hope so. That's why they traded him. He's just not cutting it.
Cute.
He's not the guy.
Right.
So San Fran better hope he don't turn out to be nothing of nothing, because he go to Dallas and ball, they're gonna be killing.
What I'm saying is, I just need Brock Purdy to be good against the Cowboys.
I wasn't talking about Brock Purdy. I was talking about Trey Lance. They just traded Trey Lance.
Yeah.
You just traded him away. You trade him over there, and he turned out to be just enough that he take Dak's spot. He's a starter for the Dallas Cowboys. Do you know the narrative around Kyle Shanahan after that? You can't develop quarterbacks. They've already said that about you. They've already said you can't develop quarterbacks, and then when you do develop them,
so what's next? So what's next? Termination. Termination is next.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to say it out loud,
but that's what they've been saying. They've been saying that about Kyle Shanahan, about the quarterbacks. The quarterback is the issue with the 49ers. So now, hey, you traded him away. You think Brock Purdy's the guy? Brock Purdy better be the guy, because if not, he still got to see a Eagles team. He gonna have nightmares. He gonna be like, "Nah, my elbow feels strange." And they coming quicker now, pause, because now you got the Jalen Carters, you got a slimmer JD and Jordan Davis, you got N'Kobe Dean coming, you got Nolan Smith.
Even though
you still got Hassan Reddick over there.
There's no faith in N'Kobe, and it's hurt. It hurt me, dog.
No, did you see? No, listen, hear me out. About N'Kobe Dean, right? Did you see the unscripted, the new one?
The third one?
This came out.
Third one?
No, it's like the fourth one now.
I thought we on the. I don't know.
No, it's the fourth one now.
I see the one after the running back.
Anyways, it's all the Georgia Bulldogs, right? And they sitting at the table, they talking and everything like that, right? And it's like the Kobe Dean is basically like the big brother of everybody, but everybody's talking about you know coming into the NFL and everything like that. Then there was a scene with N'Kobe Dean, and we was in the joint practice with the Browns, and the Browns player, I don't know what position it was, but the Browns player was on N'Kobe Dean, and he like boxed him out like he was about to grab a rebound. And the way this dude hovered over N'Kobe Dean, like, it's just his size that we worried about. I'm not saying that Kobe Dean is not a great player. I've seen him in college. I've seen him in videos in training camp. I've seen him, what he did against the Browns, stopping them from scoring, getting the forced fumble. I've seen all that. It's just his size that bothers people. That's it. It's his size. We're not saying he's not a good player. We're not saying he's not a smart player. It's just his size that we worry about. Now, my question, and I wanted to ask that because I was going into it before the guy cut it out in the spaces. God forbid, what if the Kobe D gets hurt? Do you feel comfortable with a Christian Ellis and the Zach Cunningham linebacker core?
No.
Do you think we should get another linebacker?
Yeah. I don't even really like, honest to God truth, like I like Cunningham, right? You said N'Kobe Dean, but I'm more worried about Cunningham going down. Cunningham has an injury history. That's why he got paid by the Texans, and then they cut him because they didn't want to keep paying somebody that wasn't on the field. So, like, at the end of the day, I think we should. I would like to go get whoever is available. I mean, I don't know who's available, but whoever is available at that linebacker spot or that safety spot, whichever one they feel is more dire need, I need that field by Tuesday. Howie, how you doing, Howie? How you doing, Howie? I need you to do that, cuz. Whatever the problem is, whatever you feel is necessary to be taken care of, I need you to take care of that, please.
Speaking of Howie Roseman, right? A lot of people, including Birds of Broad Street, Mondays, 7:35, 7:45-ish, whatever time, black people always late. Mm-hmm. We were talking in our group, chat, and a lot of people, and even on Twitter or X now, they were basically saying how we allowed the Giants to get Simmons. How do you feel about that?
I feel like Howie didn't call him. I feel like Howie didn't care to communicate with him. They disrespected the trust that Howie had in them when they started negotiating with Jonathan Gannon in the playoff run when he hasn't gave them permission to do so. Like, I feel like Howie didn't give it the time of day because he was not on that. You know what I'm saying? It's simple to say, oh, we could have got that for a 7th, but when we call, would it have been a 7th? Or would it have been a little bit more because they had to give up compensation in the draft? Would they have asked us for a 5th? A 4th? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Howie didn't call, bro. I don't think Howie communicated to find out what was going on. I just don't think so, bro. I really don't.
Okay. That's what I was saying, right? Because sometimes tweets, texts, whatever can get misconstrued. So I'm gonna tell people what I think. I think that Howie did do it only because of what he said on the podium. He basically said that we're checking out linebacker because one of the reporters asked him in training camp, are we going to check out linebacker? He said linebacker, safety, all positions. We're checking out, and we're trying to make the best fit. I think he did. Like I said, we are the Philadelphia Eagles.
What made you think he called? What made you think he called?
First things first.
You just cost him a Super Bowl. Let's be real.
Who?
He blamed Arizona for costing him that Super Bowl because if Jonathan Gannon didn't have a job, he'd come in and coach his ass off. He'd do everything he can to win that Super Bowl.
Here's my logic. Let me say my logic.
Answer the question, bro.
Right?
I'm asking the question. You said he called. I'm asking you, do you feel like it was a possibility he didn't call?
No, I know he called.
I don't know.
I know he called. This is why I know he called. In the beginning of the offseason, he did sign Nicholas Morrow, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Nicholas Morrow is what? First of all, we should listen, hear me out. Nicholas Morrow should not allow a Zach Cunningham to come in and do that. Basically, get the starting position. Now, I really believe that he's not comfortable there. We're not comfortable there. You know, as fans, as the GM, Howie is not comfortable there, right? So now, I think that between the safety position, because Morrow and Terrell Edmonds has not shown up in the offseason. So now, I think he did make that call. This is what I think happened. Here's my hypothesis on everything, right? I think that Harry Roseman made the call, and he didn't get offered a 7th round pick. I think he got offered a higher pick that he may have needed in a player or something. It wasn't like that because, like I said, everybody's chasing the Eagles. You know, they're looking at our roster, they're looking at the GM. The GM had multiple great off seasons, things like that. Even one of the GMs, I forgot what GM it was, came out and said, hey, you got to have both of your hands in your pockets when talking to Harry Roseman because he could get the best of you. Matter of fact, the Saints. It was the Saints GM. What I'm saying is, I really believe that Howie did, and they bid it high. You remember that Dave Chappelle episode when he got that money? And he went to go get a haircut, and he said $5,000. And he lifted up his shirt. Yeah. I think that's what the Cardinals did. I think he really did reach out. A lot of people are thinking that he didn't. I really believe that he did because he's trying to make this Super Bowl run. When he tell Jason Kelsey, he said, yo, we going to Vegas. He said that when he signed that paper. I don't think that he would sit up there and not look to upgrade, period.
I just don't think he called Arizona. I just don't think he called Arizona.
I think he did. I think he did.
I don't. Bridges can be burnt, bro. And that's one bridge you really can't get back. When you in the back of your head feel like if you didn't give him the job during the NFC Championship week, that he would have coached his ass off. He wouldn't have gave up the second half lead. I don't think you call a team that they hire him. It's speculated that they hired him before we played in the NFC Championship game, bro.
Yeah.
I would not call them. I'm not calling you after you did something like that, bro. And he has a relationship with their owner. So for you to, their GM, for you to contact my coach, knowing that I probably was gonna put you in the first of lines because me and you probably already been in contact, for you to go behind my back and you have a whole interview with Jonathan Gannon, possibly hire him and then let him coach for me in the Super Bowl, and he come out like he did in the second half. I'm not calling you. I don't give a damn if you had Ray Lewis at linebacker and you had him on the trade block. Me personally, I'm not calling. That's something you can't get back, bro. You can't. First off, you can't put it in your head and say he didn't. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that they didn't hire him before the NFC Championship game, and you can't say it didn't affect his performance in the Super Bowl. Like you just can't fix your mind to think about it. So for you to say how he possibly called, it's a possibility, but I think it's very small that he called. But you know who I do think he called? I think he called the Colts. I think he called the Ravens about a linebacker just now that he see all these moves going around. I think he might have called Tampa Bay. I think he might have called a few other teams looking for linebacker now.
He's calling everybody because he's continuously working. You know, we gave him a 3-year extension. We gave him that 3-year contract. He needs to bring another Super Bowl back to the city.
Oh, you come in here with that crazy. You got a new starting quarterback, man. His name Trey Lance, man. Dakota Rain Prescott. He throw 15 interceptions this year. He fired. He throw 15 this year. He fired.
But listen though.
I'm talking shit.
He's calling everybody. Howie's always working. This is why I love about Howie. You know, he's always working, and now he's listening to new ideas from the upper room. You know, the whole organization. So now, I really believe he did call. I really believe that he didn't like the deal. and he moved on. Like I said, if it's me and you, we sitting up here and we like, yo, we got $5,000. We try to do this podcast, and they say, "No, we not doing that." But if like Shannon Sharp, who just got hired by ESPN or whatever like that, Shannon Sharp sit up there and say, "Yo, I'll do it, but I'm only doing it for $2,000." So it's put out there to the people that he signed for $2,000. Now it's like, damn, Smitty and DV didn't have $2,000. No, it's not that. They gave us a higher bid. I feel like that's what happened with the Eagles because everybody's chasing the Eagles. Eagles, honestly, we the most talented roster on paper this season, especially in the NFC. But they don't want us to get better. Now, between Arizona and the Colts, Nick Sirianni trying to finagle his way and trying to do something because I really believe he has a say-so in Jonathan Taylor because he was hyped about him getting them drafting him. He's only 24 years old.
I mean, if y'all, I don't know. Y'all tell me about linebacker. I mean, if we get a running back, does that help our linebackers?
It don't help our linebackers, but it does help our offense. And it switch sides to the point where, Philadelphia Eagles always been a defensive team. Defensive team.
What? Neither.
Yeah, you high, bro. No.
Put the drugs down, my friend. You ever heard of the DARE program? You need to enlist.
We always been a defensive town. Philadelphia Eagles always been a defensive team, but they would have to flip sides if they make that trade for Jonathan Taylor. I'm not a big fan of the trade, honestly. Just like I said, in the spaces, I feel like that you get Jonathan Taylor, you're going to have to pay Jonathan Taylor. Just like you're going to have to pay, what's it called? It's going to be
you seen a report came out, right?
About what?
Supposedly, if it's like 3 teams out there, he willing to take a pay cut out of the top 5 to play for.
Who was the teams?
They wouldn't release the teams.
Okay,
but it's 3 teams supposedly that he's negotiating with right now. He's willing to take a pay cut to play for.
There's 2 reasons why I don't want him here. Because I feel like it's going to take out of Devontae Smith's pocket, and that's my guy, right? And I feel like also, I don't want to hear the goddamn Taylor Swift shit. I don't. I don't want to hear Taylor Swift because they're saying if we get Jonathan Taylor, Eddie is going to be gone. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't. Even though I know it would put us in a good position to even better position, I should say, because I'm happy with the team we got now. I just don't like our backup quarterback. The linebackers is iffy because we didn't see too much from them. Safeties is confusing. But like I said, I think that. Matter of fact, nope. I'm gonna give kudos to you, bro. Brown and Reed Blankenship should start week 1. They should start week 1. Now, when you change up the
I just need Sidney Brown to slow it down though.
Huh?
They say the game speed they say it's faster in college than it is. It's faster in the pros than it is in college. For some reason, Sidney Brown seems he overtuned it when he heard that. He need to go in there and readjust the carburetor so it's taking in the right amount of fuel, because that boy be all over the place. He in the right spots, like he making it to the spot. He making it there uncontrolled. He like going by the man like 20 miles an hour. You got to slow it down.
No, so
I do not want Taylor Swift though. I agree with you on that. I'll take Taylor Penny. I'll take Swift Gainwell, Swift Penny. I'll take Swift Scott.
It's them three. Bro. It's them three. What you call him? Trey Sermon is out of here. He's more going to be a practice squad guy.
He don't look explosive, bro.
He's gonna be a practice squad guy. You already knew Boston Scott was going to be there because of special teams. You already knew that. And then if we need him for giant games, you knew he was going to be there, right? They're running plays and trying plays in joint practices with Gainwell and Swift in the backfield. So now it's more options for Jalen Hurts to sit up there like, yo, I got AJ Brown, I got Devontae Smith, I got Dallas Goedert, I got either Calcaterra or whoever, and then I also got Swift and I got Gainwell who can catch out the backfield. It's confusing the hell out of defenses. You don't know what's going to happen. And I got myself because I can run. So now you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. So what I'm saying is,
oh, your boy out here trolling. Look, your boy trolling. Trade that to the past. He missed C.
Bro, I would love that. I would love that because I would do like just how Boss Cowboys did when Hurts got that damn contract. I'm gonna do a whole live on that going to that. I swear, if that happens, that's funny. That's hilarious.
They love him so much, but it looked like they building for the future, my guy.
Right. But what I'm saying is
like
that's what I was talking about.
You don't bring in a dude like Trey Lance and you don't think he the future. He like 22, 21, 22.
It's almost like they lit a fire. Like, they lit a fire up that. So now he has to show up. If he doesn't show up, then now they got questions. And this is what we were trying to say to the Coles Cowboys, to the Boss Cowboys, to, all the Dallas Cowboys fans and content creators. We were trying to say, like, yo, you're not in the same position as us. Jalen Hurts was ascending. Dak Prescott was supposed to be that guy, and he's not. He's not. Well, what I was saying.
Oh no, I was going. He went back to what you said about Sermon out of here. That nigga said he had 16 catches for 30 yards.
Hey yo, that's facts. That's facts. I watched that last game, man.
That man had less than 2 yards a carry. That's crazy.
Hey, bro. That last preseason game, should have been on Tubi. That shit should have been on Tubi, bro.
Bruh, babe. This man said the last preseason game should have been on Tubi. Against
should have been on Tubi.
That's nasty. Nah, but hey, this is gonna be crazy though, bro. Like, this gonna be weird. Like Trace, it's a lot of cuts gonna happen here by Tuesday. It's gonna be crazy.
Yo, that's what I'm gonna make my damn solo video because I know it's gonna be crazy. I know that there's gonna be certain people out of here. They'll be like, "Yo, what?" Because we got a lot of talented people, but they just didn't show up in the scheme. They didn't show up in the scheme, and that's what it is.
All right, so who's in?
This is what I wanted to talk about. Okay,
who in? Let's start with well, we already know who the quarterbacks is. We know Ian Book out.
Okay. Because I was about to say, because everybody keep talking about Marcus Mariota and all that other stuff. I don't like the guy either.
What he in?
But he's going to beat the roster.
He's in. All right. Give me your wide receiver room then. We already know the first two, so we're gonna skip those two. We know Devontae and AJ is an automatic loaded. Quez pretty much loaded.
The first.
Quez pretty much in.
First two. You know the first four. Alameda is going to be there.
Oh, I heard people say he getting cut.
He ain't getting cut.
They say he look horrible. I don't know.
Alameda is going to be there. They need him for special teams. They also need him if we.
Brenton Covey.
What? No, bro. No, bro.
They got Brenton Covey, bro. They gonna rock out with that.
That's cool. You saying that? You said, but I'm mad because you're saying it with a lot of bass.
You seen it? You seen it? Look at my face. They got Brenton Covey.
No, Alamede's the key is going to be on the roster. They're going to either try to put him in that role like Zach Pascal, or if Quez Watkins don't show up.
I think your boy gonna be the blocking receiver though. Nagata.
Who?
Nagata. If he make the roster, he'll be our blocking receiver.
I'll be shocked if he does.
He a bigger guy. He got good, and when I watched him in preseason, he had some good blocking, even though he dropped the pass like Quez Watkins did.
Exactly. I would rather
Trey Sermon fumbled his away, and it looked like Nagata might have did the same.
Exactly.
All right, so wide receiver room. You gave me the first four. Who the fifth man? Who's that special teamer guy that's going to be on the roster?
We already cut Cleveland because they already got Rambo out of here.
Got Rambo out of here. You said Nagata gone. Yeah. So we got Hazelwood or Devin Allen. Or I mean, they already pretty much counting Greg Ward out, but he one of them too.
I would say either Devin Allen or cheap Greg Ward. I
think he'll be practice squad.
He'd be a little surprised. Like, hey, I got this one hand catch, and that's all I got for y'all. Because Greg Ward, he's good. He's good at practice.
About 3 catches. He gets you about 3 catches. 3 catches a season.
Spinning one hand, catch, and then all of a sudden he get in the game. He can't catch a damn fucking thing. He can't catch nothing.
All right, so who? Well, we ain't gonna worry about linemen. We know who the starting line is. Okay, but who do you have to shoot in at right guard?
Oh man.
Okay. I mean, hey, listen, you in the chat with me? You see who's still fighting for Tyler Steen? You seen the fight for Tyler Steen in that chat still?
Whoever's fighting for Tyler Steen need to go ahead and
wait until the next year. Because ain't no way. Next year.
Because ain't no way. No, the only way that Tyler Steen sees the field is if, God forbid, it doesn't happen, but if Kelsey gets hurt for a game or two, that's the only way he sees the field. It's the only way you see the field, and Stoutland has to trust that. He has to. Because our mindset is more like, hey, we Super Bowl bust at this point. We tasted it. So now we got to get there and get our lick back. We have to. We have to.
Okay, so we did offensive.
What the hell is beef jerky? All right, bro.
Beef jerky. Beef jerky. He said beef jerky. Cam Jurgens.
No, this is Cam Jurgens, bro. Like, that's weird.
It is. It's weird. Like, but that's what they call him. That's who Jason Kelsey called him. Beef jerky. Jason Kelsey.
See, it's the color of the skin. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I ain't gonna call him
pause. That. Beef jerky.
I'm messing.
All right, so we got offensive line, we got wide receiver, running back. We know the quarterbacks. Starting defensive line, and who's in that defensive line room that might be out of here?
The defensive line is hard. It's hard to decipher, man, because we got some talent on the line, but man, I don't know. Who you got?
Okay, so I'm taking starting line right now for me. Hassan Reddick, I think it's gonna be Jalen. I think it's gonna be Fletch, Jordan Davis, and Sweat. I think that's gonna be the initial line coming out week 1. And I think your boy gonna get cut, man. I think Marlon gonna be out of here.
You think Marlon gone? Yo, that's a bold prediction.
Think about this. You didn't see him do much in the preseason, bro. He didn't stand out.
Nah.
And he was on the field. That's the problem. He played.
Yeah.
He didn't stand out. Moro Jomo, that Johnson dude, Patrick Johnson, whatever his name is, all those dudes stand up. They play better than him, man. And then you got Milton Williams, you got Milton Williams, Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis. You got Contavious Street, who showed up in the preseason more than Marlon Tolopolotu did.
He could be out. He could. I won't be shocked.
But he might end up practice squad, though.
I can see that too for him. But that would be weird because he was on the active roster all last year.
Oh, okay, Stu. Thank you, Stu, for clearing it up why they call him beef jerky.
He made homemade beef jerky paws.
He makes his own homemade beef jerky. So he probably bring it in for the team and they call him beef jerky.
I don't want to talk about this no more because I think that anything that I say is going to be a pause. Anything I say at this point is going to be a pause.
Okay, so
yeah, that's the term for that.
You think it could be Marlon though, or do you think it's somebody else out there that might could be gone?
I don't know. I think Street and Marlon is neck and neck. I don't know if they keep both or one or the other. That's where I'm going with it. Who? Barnett? You know, you did this on purpose. You did this on purpose.
I set you up.
Barnett need to go.
My bad. I set you up.
Barnett need to go, bro. He needs to go. Like,
he been at 3 fights since he came back. He did 3 fights already.
This ball is playing NFL blitz. He's playing NFL blitz out here. Like, Barnett just don't know nothing but fight. Barnett needs to be gone. But Nick Sirianni likes him. So we don't know where that's going to lead to, but he needs to go. He needs to go. Now,
Jigga, you wild, Jigga. You wild, Jigga. You wild, Jigga.
Barnett season. All right, bro. But what I'm saying is he needs to go. He needs to get out of here.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes, I do.
Swear.
Barnett needs to go. He needs to hit the dough out of here.
OJ, hold on. OJ didn't do it. Free Donald. No, I'm joking. not never that. But Barnett needs to go. Barnett needs to go.
Oh, hey, look.
Period.
I don't know. See, this ain't like basketball where you just get 2 free throws. You get 15 yards. He come in on that bull jump.
Hey, Miss Ash, don't DV me. No, I've been drinking. I'm sorry. I need to tone it down. But anyway.
Oh man, all right. Barnett can make it for one day then, so you can get your Kelly Green, Jigga. So you can join the crew.
No, I'm good.
So you can join the crew. You know what I'm saying?
So out of no, hold on. I got a problem.
Okay.
So Twiz, Jigga, whatever you want me to call you. Out of everybody on the roster, Barnett is who you gonna go with? Out of everybody on the roster that you can get.
Raise the drink, man.
Hey, Philly Mike, what's going on, brother?
It's a Philly Mike, man.
So, but yo, where Barnett should not be a Kelly Green that you lit. I want that Kelly Green.
I don't.
Out of everybody on the roster, all the talented people, even the Georgia Dogs, you want to get Derek Barnett, a guy that basically started fights. It's I don't get it. I don't get people. Sipping my Cavassier.
Hey man, listen. Hey man, if y'all in the room with us,
Uncle
man,
Stu,
and you sipping on a drink, man, raise your drink to the devastation of the Dallas Cowboys right now. Right now, everybody, let's take a toast.
Uncle Stu is showing his age. He's showing his age.
Oh, man. I like Cavassier. So, hey, look, raise your glass.
Cavassier, man.
And we gonna all on 3 take a sip to the devastation of the Dallas Cowboys. 1, 2, 3.
This is my sip. I need to refill.
Cheers. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all know that it ain't no fun if the Dallas Cowboys ain't losing. I'm sorry.
There we go, right?
All right.
Now, speaking of Dallas Cowboys, what do you think about the Simmons situation to the Giants? And they played them week 1. So now, are they going to be focusing on the run? Or are they going to leave it in Dakota's hands?
Okay, the assumption is from the Dallas Cowboy fans, right? That they're going to be a running team. But I went back. I did some statistical research, right? I went back and looked at him as a coordinator when he was with Aaron Rodgers. They were not a predominantly run team, so I don't think he's going to change it up.
No.
I think he's going to put it in Dak Prescott's hand, and he's going to live and die with those interceptions and those turnovers.
He would be fired.
They want to fire him anyways. That's why they let him call the plays. He would be fired.
He'd be fired. And you would hear Coach Cowboys, Boss Cowboys, you would hear all of them saying, oh no, it's Mike McCarthy. It's never Dakota. When are y'all going to realize?
Oh, no, look, now, listen, they're going to cake now, DV. They're going to cake now. When Dak go to messing up, they're going to be like, oh, we just need to play the young boy, man, and let him get some experience. Behind this old line with these weapons, with this defense, he could go out there and do what Dak doing. You already know, because they did it last year with Cooper Rush when he went 4-0 before he played us. Oh, if he keep playing like this, we can let Dak rest. We can figure it out there. I think Cooper Rush can keep the team afloat. Then he lose. Yeah. Then he come in here and get embarrassed in the link. Oh, we got to put Dak in right now. Dak ducked that smoke with us too, bro. I don't care what nobody say. He ducked that smoke. He could have came back. He waited to the next game to come back. He could have came back and played us. He didn't. So I'm tired of y'all talking about we had to play a backup quarter. No, you didn't. He wanted to play an easier competition, and he didn't come to the link because he knew he was going to put that smack down on him like we did Carson Wentz week 3.
But our quarterback was hurt, and they played a Gardner Minshew, who was in an actual shootout with Dakota Rain, which is crazy. Dakota Rain's supposed to be, the face. He took over all of Cam Newton's. Was it Cam Newton's? Yeah, Cam Newton's and the other guy. I forgot the other guy, but all his promotions, things like that, the yogurt, things like that. He was supposed to be the guy, and he's not. He's not. Period. A lot of people was calling for Dak Prescott because Tony Romo sucked, and they was like, "Yo, it's time to put Dak Prescott in. Put him in. You had winning seasons, didn't do nothing with him. It's almost a decade with Dak Prescott under center.
I mean, y'all didn't win the division. They played a decade with Tony too, and they had the same record, 2-4.
I'll give Cowboys fan this.
You know what the consensus is? Y'all 4-8 and 24-8 in the playoffs in 20 years. Come on, bro. Tony Romo played 9 years.
Bro, I never begged. I never beg at all. But I beg of you, on you and Cole's Cowboys live stream against the Cowboys content creators, send me the link.
Oh, you on the list? What you talking about?
Add me. No, I'm talking about like.
Now you part of my panel.
Tonight.
You know you part of my panel.
I am tonight.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be.
So I need to pre-warn you before we start, so you can be pre-warned.
Bro, I'm drinking wine tonight. I'm not even like drinking anything to the point where it's going to knock me out. If you tell me I'm on, it's going to be cognac in my cup.
Like when I got down here, what you seen me hit before the. Oh.
It's gonna be smoother though. You be on some other stuff.
Gremlin.
It's gonna be smoother though.
Gremlin.
But no, I need to be on that live, period, because I got stuff that I want to say to Boss Cowboys. I got stuff that I want to say to him. You know, everybody was quiet. I was quiet the whole time that live of Bars of Burr Street, and you camping. Y'all had a hard run. Nah, bro. I got a lot to say to him. But shout out to them because, you know, they were in the whole, you know, Dallas Cowboys facility and they practices and they met people and all that. Shout out to them. But I got stuff to say to them. And I'm ready. Like, it's almost like you got one in a clip. It's almost like that, bro.
Yeah, what's good, brother?
It's almost like that. Dev, what's going on, bro?
Y'all in the chat, man. Hey, man, if y'all here, like, comment, subscribe on both channels, man. Get us in the algorithm, though. We trying to get this circulated so we can get more Eagle fans in here with y'all, man. Y'all already be turned up in the live chat for us. We trying to get y'all to get it on, man. You know what I mean?
She been asking me well, not all day, but she asked me today, when are we going live? I haven't seen Miss Ash comment lately. What is going on, Miss Ash? And you still ain't sent me the picture for my shirt. And I'm coming out with that Jalen Hurts shirt too. Like, you know that now. And it's one of his quotes. Everybody got the air, you know, Philly Mike did come out. Shout out to Philly Mike. I gotta get one of them shirts. But
hold on. She said, stop calling her out. She working and she here. She working. She here. Working.
All right, Miss Ash. I needed to see your face. I'm sorry.
Look, your boy Stu said he wanted to call in, man. Send it to him.
So, yeah. Come on, man. Let's do talk. Let's on Stu talk. Come on, man. You drinking Cavassier? You know he gonna be spitting on the mic. Oh, that's weird. That was weird.
Man, they're gonna call in show, man. Y'all wanted it this year.
Tonight, the Observer. Come on, man. We got time today. Not too much time, but we got time.
I'm waiting on you, Stu. I'm gonna sit back. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, Dev, you ain't have to call me out, dog. Yeah, I just got this bit fresh out the packaging. Yeah, and I put it on, got right on the show, man. You already know what it is, man. We got two in here, man. I guess they both want to talk. We're gonna let both of y'all pop up, man. We just chilling tonight, man. It's Friday night.
Gentlemen, how are we?
If you ain't mad at me, hold on. If you ain't mad at them, we good. If you ain't mad at me no more, we good.
Well, let me go ahead and say this to every Eagles fan watching, or if you were in earshot of anything. One thing y'all gonna know, y'all gonna learn about me is I'll get irritated as hell with somebody, frustrated even. But this Eagles football we talking. Ain't no mad. We family here, baby. This is family. When I call you little bro, Smitty, I mean that. Dad, when I call you nephew, I mean that.
You left me though. You was in the group chat with me. You got
No. I didn't leave the group chat because of you. I had already said before that day. There was too many people saying some goofy stuff in that chat. And I said, look, y'all keep talking goofy like this and just being completely retarded. I'm just going to leave. Like I said, the reason why I fuck with you, Smitty, is because you going to keep it real. You're going to stand on how you feel and you going to cut. Ain't no cut with you. Ain't no chaser. It's all straight, no chaser. And that's why I rock with you because
just like this.
Bruh, you not talking to nobody new. And I got look, as soon as this one going, I got another big bottle in the freezer. Just waiting. Like Prince, seriously, that's what I say. I rock with. I ain't never going. I get irritated. I get frustrated with anybody. But mad at Eagles fans, nah, man, I can't do that. That's family. We family here. Can't do that.
What's good, Prince? How you doing, bro? Prince, you there?
What's good? How y'all doing?
Hey, Mr. Ash, how you doing?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear
Shit,
you now.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you there?
Okay, cool.
Hey, yo, tell me how you feel about the Dallas situation.
Hey, for everybody who don't know, I live in the area. Miss Ash, her family from up here. Her fam from up here from where I'm at. I used to live in Meadville, where most of her family at. So that's why me and Miss Ash, we rock. We know this area, and we both Eagles fans. Oh yeah, it's on.
Hey, how y'all feel about this Trey Lance traded to the Dallas Cowboys, man? How y'all feeling?
Somebody was gonna have to get his trash ass, and it might as well go to a trash team.
Is Dak Prescott job on the line?
Nah. Trey, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. In a couple years, if Trey develop right, maybe, but not right now.
Hey, so you see what Ash said?
Hey, Miss Ash, you know what? Basically, we might as well be family. Yeah, we might as well be. So tell Nisi I said, what's up?
Hey, how you feel, Prince? How you feel about that trade? Talk to me.
Frodo, after I first saw it, like I jumped out of my couch. I'm like, what the fuck? They traded to the Cowboys? I thought they got their starter and their backup. So I don't know what Jerry Jones is planning with this move or why he even wants it in the first place. Maybe he's not satisfied with Dak Prescott, and he's indirectly saying something that he wants to move on. He thinks he has some potential. But
so what do you think is the predicament that Trey Lance takes over that starting role?
Hold on, I didn't think about what Prince just said. I didn't think about that because he's actually right on this. If they can sit there and start over cheap on a guy who you can develop behind, because I'm sorry,
that's the last year of Dak Prescott's contract too. Let's think about that.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I didn't think about that because if you think about it, Trey Lance really ain't getting no real shot out there.
He got him a cold one.
Yeah, he had to get look. Hey, I don't already finished this one. I gotta make me a new one right now, real quick, while I'm sitting here. But I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that aspect that Prince has made, because if the Cowboys, if you paying him all that money and he ain't getting it done, and you can start over cheap, and you already got, think about it like this.
That's $53 million off the cap.
Yeah, but think about it like this: if Trey Lance,
that's $53 million they get to the good. If they cut Dak at the end of the year.
Yeah, that they get to sit there and say, okay, we can pay this guy, we can pay this guy, we can pay this guy, and still keep our quarterback for cheap. So that way, and then they got time to wait until for the cap to get. get more cap space before they got to pay Trey Lance anyway. Right. So I didn't think about that. So Prince, I appreciate you for bringing that to my attention, fam.
For real, this is a media stunt too, because it's the Cowboys. It's always a media stunt. So they're going to be talked about all week next week. On First Take, Undisputed, they're going to be talked about all week. It's probably going to be all season, actually. As soon as Dak Prescott start doing some dumb shit, start turning the ball over more, there's going to be rumblings about put Trey Lance in.
Oh, so,
it's a good move as far as like a wild card, but it's a bad move as far as the confidence of your starter. If the rumblings start to happen and he starts to play like ass.
Facts.
So this is definitely a gamble that's going to, they're going to get a whole bunch of views, but we'll see how it's going to work out though.
They all running to their computers right now, man.
Yep. Yeah, they
I got a question for both of y'all. You know, I don't want to talk about them no more. So in that wide receiver room, you know, we got a few good wide receivers, man. Who's the last guy on the roster? If everybody is in consensus of the first four, who's the fifth guy on the wide receiver? Okay,
Devin Allen.
Who you got, Prince? You taking Devin too, or you got another guy in mind?
I mean, I want Devin because of his special teams, but I feel like Ngata, he had a terrible game last time. But I feel like he's got some potential.
We had a good game outside the drop.
That, you know what? The reason why I say Devin Allen is because he's smaller and shiftier. You can, and with his speed, you can play him on the outside, and his shiftiness, you can still play him in the slot or in that dime receiver position. So, you know, you got more options with him. Ngata, I think he's more relegated to either playing outside or the slot. I don't think he can play that dime receiver position because I don't think he has that inside shiftiness that he needs.
Wait, hold on.
Nah, he's an outside
receiver. I ain't never seen you before, bro. Welcome, bro. This Inside the Nest. We here every Wednesday.
That's my bro. That's my bro.
I ain't never seen him. He ain't never been here. He ain't never been here with me and you here. So I'm welcoming, bro. I'm welcoming Inside the Nest.
But the gifted is my man. Like, you know, pause. Right. But he's my guy. Right.
But I'm saying welcome to me from 4133 Pod side of the Inside the Nest, bro. Welcome. I ain't never seen you before here. I appreciate you for showing up. And we here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Keep supporting my dog DV, man. Keep showing up for him. Appreciate you.
And Gifted, the only reason why this one was a call-in is because my old ass had to say something.
No. You're not going to do that to us. You're not
No. I'm not. No, because I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not trying to call y'all. No, I'm not calling y'all out like that. I'm not calling y'all out.
We wanted this to be a call-in because it's the last preseason game, and then also we wanted to get y'all points on who y'all think is in and out. Who y'all, you know, we wanted to hear from y'all. So that's what it was.
It's not. I'm not trying to say that and like calling y'all out or anything like that. It's just that I don't think like because when y'all two get to talking, y'all are like y'all two talking is like me and my older brother Marcus sitting there talking football. That shit'll go on for hours, and y'all won't even realize that it's happening, and that y'all didn't even, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said, that's why I put that in there to say call in, because that way, now, it's going to get even wilder, and everybody else going to be like, oh, these boys crazy. These boys crazy. Because now, don't get me wrong, just the two of y'all talking, that's a good damn time to sit there. It's like watching you and Philly, Mike. I appreciate it. Like watching Philly, Mike, and LB or Shakes and 500. It's the same thing watching the two of y'all get down. I'm not going to lie, though. This is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to do, the two of y'all, like y'all always do, but then do an NFC East roundtable where each team is two people from each team on the panel. So therefore, basically, it's 80 y'all going at it. Because I'm pretty sure. See, this is how I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure, because I've watched the two of you long enough to realize that if one of y'all has an argument, the other side will come up with something that the other one didn't think about. So imagine us doing that with the knowledge that we have as Eagles fans against other teammates, all the other content creators in our division. That would be an big conversation, y'all.
All right, we're gonna answer this question on the board real quick. You had to give an offensive, defensive player to camp. I guess offensive player that stood out of the camp. Who would it be and why? My offensive player, I'm gonna go first. My offensive player is gonna be Jalen Hurts, bro. It looked like he took another step. It looked like he's more poised. It looks like he's processing better. It looks like he's not putting the ball in harm's way even less than he has been before. Like he had less interceptions this camp than any other camp. Like it seems like he's trying to elevate his game where he's not outside the pocket all the time taking hits for free. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Hurts is taking that inevitable leap. You know what I'm saying? I think he's coming in one with the offense. He's starting to embody being an Eagle. He started to turn into a Philadelphian. And if I had to go with defense, it's Jalen Carter. That's
not the player I'm choosing, but to piggyback off that, remember I asked you earlier in the offseason, I said, what if he get that mentality like a Peyton Manning at the line of scrimmage?
What I told you.
Bruh, it's a problem.
If he start coming to the line and hit you with that, Omaha.
I'm telling you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Changing defenses up, man. Having you looking, what he finna do? And he, but they was already doing that a little bit last year.
Yeah, he was doing that last year.
Coming up, probably telling AJ like, "Hey, look, I see the one-on-one over there. We taking it on." I don't care what Shane called. I don't care what Nick Sirianni talking his headset. If they run that defense they ran 3 plays ago, run the go route, and I'm throwing it. I don't care.
Only the best quarterbacks really be doing that and have that type of connection with their number 1 wide receiver too. Only the best quarterbacks in the league you see can do that.
Well, Prince, since you're on the mic, give me your offensive player and your defensive player. We're gonna go around the panel.
In camp, really, I've just been trying to see Eli Ricks. Really, he's probably not a camp player. He probably didn't showcase himself off in camp. Like there weren't a lot of reports of him shutting people down in camp and shit like that. But I seen him in preseason. He's a fucking dog, yo. Like I always knew he was gonna be good, especially over Keely Ringo. I was saying this shit over Keely Ringo. Like Ringo he's not developed yet. Like he's not. He needs a redshirt year to work on his ball skills and everything like that. But Ricks, like he can come in and probably start for some teams. Like he's probably not gonna be an all-pro or anything like that. He's gonna be like a quality starter. So really, I'm so excited about him. They're definitely not gonna cut the idiots if they cut him, which I don't think they're gonna do.
Who your offensive player?
I'm just afraid offensive player. Really, I've been watching AJ Brown. AJ Brown been killing it in camp.
Y'all see what I got on, so y'all know who I was watching outside. It hurts, man.
See me?
Absolutely killing. He's a superstar.
Go ahead, DV.
Bro, if you don't put your hand down, bro.
I know, because this is my goddamn show too.
Hold on,
anyway, like you sit there in class and you're waiting on the teacher to call you.
Hold on, who got the fastest flights to Philly, man? I'll pull up on you right now, dog. We don't raise hands on here. This is inside the nest, man. This Smitty and
talk
DV,
about
man.
It, bro. Just talk about
DV, it, man. We don't raise hands.
Hey, first of all, brother, it's hot in Philly right now. You pull up on me and you knock on my door. I got that fire on me.
Hey, I'm pulling up with a bottle. Listen, we gonna talk a little shit.
If you get to my door, I got a machete.
I put the fire. Yeah, I got I put the fire down. You can come in because you got a bottle with you. I'm good.
Come on, man. I show up with the goods, man. I don't show up empty-handed at nobody.
Anyway, yes, I do agree with Smitty. Smitty picked Jalen Hurts, but I know what jersey he got on. He got on Smitty. He got on Devontae Smith. And I think Devontae Smith is my offensive guy because Devontae Smith is trying to take that next level. He's trying to take that next level. And and nobody's really talking about the comfortability that he got with, Jalen Hurts got with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown and Dallas Goedert. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that at all. Now, I know I got on Darius Slay, because that's my guy. He's the jokester and he's the captain and all that. I got on my Darius Slay jersey, right? On defense, I gotta go Nolan Smith.
I knew it. I had to go
Nolan Smith. You know why I gotta go Nolan Smith? Because Nolan Smith is going to be a rotational piece. Nolan Smith is going to change up the O-line of opposing teams when Reddick is not in, or even if he comes on the other side. We don't know where he's going to be placed at. We just know that he's going to see the field.
I got a question. Quick question to add to that. Do you think Nolan Smith starting to make an impact on fields will start putting people in 12 personnel more?
Yeah.
I think what Nolan Smith is actually doing, really, and what he's done all preseason and off season, is he understands that for his position and the role he's probably going to play, he's undersized. So I think he used those joint practices and preseasons to figure out what he can do as far as at this level, what he can do to actually be more successful at his size at this level. And I think he's really, if you really pay attention, a lot of his moves that you notice that he's used so far, it's mirrored a lot of what Hassan Reddick was doing last year. So he's automatically trying to come in and be that sponge and see what Hassan did to succeed last year. And he's trying to apply that to himself because he knows he's a smaller faster version. So that's what I think Nolan's doing right now. I'm not going to lie. I thought, you know what I'm saying, I was being just, excited when we first drafted him and saying that he could be a double-digit sack guy. But watching him right now in the offseason and seeing his mentality and how he's approaching it, no, not a double-digit sack guy, but he can get over 5 this year. And
it's still not to cut you off, but do you think that in the scheme of things with a defensive coordinator and Sean Desai, do you think that he's going to be more of a diversion?
No. I actually think with this side, and because it was something me and Smitty both mentioned before. If you go back and watch that last Bears defense that he was the coordinator of, there were times he was lining 2 speed rushers up on the same side. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that is Hassan Reddick and Nolan Smith?
Hold on, I got a better one for you. Hold on. I got a better one for you. Imagine Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. Because they've been putting Jalen Carter on the edge.
No. If you put Hassan Reddick and Nolan Smith,
you gotta think Hassan Reddick and Sweat on the other side now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You line Reddick in over that guard. You line Smith outside over that tackle. Now on the inside of Reddick, you've got Jalen Carter, or you could put Jordan Davis there over to the center. You could put Jalen Carter over the other guard, and then you could put Sweat on the other side.
You know what I like better about it, Stu? He a blitz out of that same package.
That's what I'm saying.
If anybody a Philly fan that really want to know what Sean Desai do, he'll make that same lineup Stu just made, bring all them plus both linebackers.
No, but that's the thing about it. He won't have to bring both linebackers because literally you're going to have to take at least 2 guys for Jordan Davis and 2 guys for Jalen Carter. That's 4 men up front on a 5-man line plus your running back and your tackle. And your tight end. So really, you got 6 guys. You got to use 6 guys really just to block 4. Now you got 2 other guys screaming free at the quarterback.
That's why I asked you about the 12 personnel. I think a lot of teams, when they come play us, they're gonna have to have a lot of Big 12 packages, bro.
But it doesn't matter if they have that Big 12 package, because the 4 guys that you're gonna have to use to block Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter are going to have to be your 4 biggest guys. It's gonna have to be. And to be honest with you, it may take all 5 of your linemen just to block the 2 of them. So now you got 3. Nolan Smith, Hassan Reddick, and Josh Sweat. 3 DNs, 2 of them that are probably the 2 fastest edge rushers in the NFL, going at your quarterback with only 2 blockers.
Well, I'll say this, and I'll stand on it. Anybody want to clip it, check it, put it on their pod? Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat are 1 and 3 as the fastest. The only person faster is probably Micah Parsons. He in the middle. He 2, because Nolan Smith faster than Micah. Then it's Micah. Then it's Hassan Reddick. And then if you really want to get crazy, you could put Josh Sweat as 4th. We got 3 of the top 4 pass rushers in the NFC right now.
And this is why I say,
and I'm talking about speed. I'm talking about speed. Speed.
No. So do you think? So what's your comment? Got the speed no more?
Who?
Von Miller?
He AFC though. He AFC.
I think Thibodeau and the Giants is faster than Sweat straight line. I think he's faster.
I was speaking from an edge rusher Prince. I was speaking from an edge rusher perspective only. Not running the 40. Not the 40.
You said fastest. So
I was talking about getting around the edge,
it's one thing to run that fast as an edge rusher. It's another thing to be able to pass rush and be faster off the edge. See, like I keep telling people all the time, and this is what I say. This is why I always thought to myself, I thought Olamide Zaccheaus would beat out Quez Watkins. Notice neither one of them really, you know what I'm saying, were all that in camp. But you notice they're not going to get rid of Olamide Zaccheaus. Here's why.
No, they're not. They're not.
Why? Because they realize as a route runner and getting separation, Zaccheaus is better than Quez.
Yeah, he's better. I've seen it. He's better.
Here's the funny thing about it. The only thing about it is Quez gets deeper faster than Zaccheaus. But here's one thing I said before.
Hey, hold on. Quick question, Stu. Does he get deeper faster because Quez doesn't run crisp routes like that? And he just running wild?
No, Quez has the speed to get past people faster than Olamide does.
I know Olamide. I watched him when he was doing the little routes. He was kind of like doing that little off the line with his feet.
Yeah.
Using his footwork as a route runner more than just like when I see Quez, it's more just like a sprinter. Like he just straight up, I'm trying to get past you as fast as I can.
Exactly. That's why I say he's better. He's more equipped and more skilled to go deep. Pause. That's it.
He's a better version of Zach Pascal? Olamide?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He's you know what I'm saying, he has the ability to get further down the field quicker than Zaccheaus does. But Zaccheaus is better at creating separation and getting off of the defender and getting to open space. And he's better at understanding where to sit down in zone coverage and how to actually get the ball and quickly move. He has a better feel for his position on the field than Quez does. That's why they couldn't get rid of him. Now, here's one thing I did want to touch on, though, because my offensive player in camp, I'm wearing my Jalen Hurts jersey. But for camp, it wasn't him. It was somebody that I said to y'all, I wanted y'all to pay attention to once we got them after this was over. Joseph Nagata. I told y'all, he's that big body physical guy. He can go up, get 50-50 balls, and he can go across the middle. He's got a big enough body to take a hit, get some yak. That's one reason. And another thing I said, and I remember I told y'all because this is my defensive guy in camp, it's just what Prince said. Eli Ricks. Remember, after draft, I said Ricks,
No,
Gardner.
You're the first person to say it. You're the first person. I give you that.
I said
when we was
Ricks,
on the Jan
Gardner,
app with Philly Mike,
all three.
you're the first person to
I
say
said all three of them could push. All three of them could push to make this roster.
You like the Hazelwood too, though. You like the Hazelwood.
Yeah,
too,
I do.
That boy,
I do.
He didn't show up.
But here's the thing about it. I do. There's two positions I know for a fact that I've studied my entire life since I was 5 years old: wide receivers and corners. If I say to you, those guys, they got it, I mean it. Ricks, Gardner, and over time, give him about a year or two, Ringo, that could potentially be our three starters at CB.
Hold on, you forgot a guy.
Oh, Josh Jobe.
Okay, thank you.
Josh Jobe. Matter of fact, I said something about Josh Jobe after last year's draft because I thought Jobe is better than Goodrich. Everybody was talking about Mario Goodrich. I said, no. Watch Josh Jobe. Goodrich is good, but Josh Jobe, I watched him play at Alabama. He's a shorter, physical technician at the corner position.
You had something to say? Yes. Nels, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Yeah, Nels. Hey, Philly Mike, it's family, man. At the end of the day, it's family.
That's another one. That's another one. I'd say, hey, little bro, and I'm always in his chat.
Thank Philly Mike, bro. Because if it wasn't for that jam, bro, and them call-ins, bro, with Philly Mike, bro, I wouldn't be sitting here with DV, bro. I wouldn't be inside the nest. I'd be sitting with it inside my bed playing Madden.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't know any of y'all.
Hey, Philly Mike, appreciate you, bro.
First of all, if it wasn't for Philly Mike, and this is a little Philly Mike spill before I go, but what did it crack 1,000? Philly Mike was on that gas. He was on that hard liquor, and he was like, "Yo, go to KingDv, ask him if I could use his live when I went to the open practice," and he got me there. So, salute to him, man. I'm always indebted to him to the point where, he looked out.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I didn't really get into this whole YouTube, watching Eagles content on YouTube until I watched Mike and LB. LB and Mike were the first two that I ever watched on YouTube because I looked up Eagles content creators. I looked up Eagles content, and the first person that popped up actually was Brunson. And I watched him, and he got me was a yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the
back at you, and I'm the best reporter live on the Eagles.
And the way he said I'm the best reporter on the Eagles, I said, you know what? His whole just the way he said that with confidence, I'ma fuck with him. I watched Mike. This is Philly Mike. This is Philly Talk podcast. I'm like, yo, let me talk. Philly Talk. Let's get it. And then I stayed with them both. And that was actually right before the Super Bowl season with Brunson. And Philly Mike, I'd have got into him right, I want to say halfway through that year. And it was just like, from there on, I stuck with him. Once my money got right from all my bills and shit from being fucked up in the past and a lot of shit, that's when I started subscribing and everything and engaging everybody. With Mike, though, I got to give him that. If it wasn't for the Jan app, I wouldn't know any of y'all. I wouldn't even be a person sitting here on a screen talking to nobody. I met
you in the live chat.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro. I wouldn't know any of y'all if Mike didn't do that.
First.
Philly Mike, shout out.
Shout out to Philly. Hey,
I want to do this. I want to do this here. I want to wait. If Philly Mike is my guy, but because he goes through the same thing I go through. We both married men, and you gotta find time to put this shit out. You gotta put this YouTube stuff out, and I'll be wanting to have conversations with him. But I'll reach out to him on Twitter or X now. But LB just dropped the album.
Bro.
You dropped the album.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
his music is fire.
hey, and I even hit him on Twitter. I said that one he dropped like that. That's the one for me. That's the one for me.
Yo,
Yeah,
he
that
just dropped
17
the
bird
whole
shit.
album today.
I know.
So anybody in the comments, anybody that's watching, anybody is on this panel right now.
All
Y'all need
platforms.
to
Go
Bro.
hear that all streaming platforms. Go listen to Lil Brunson. God bless who hating. I'm telling y'all,
All I'm saying-
it's fire.
All I'm saying is, bro is talking. He's talking on this one.
He snapped
You know,
on
he
that
does the music
whole
thing. He
joint.
does the music thing and everything like that. I love art, so I listen to lyrics and everything like that. Look, bro is talking. So, hey,
I'm a
I'm
singer.
telling y'all right now, like, you know, just to you a singer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you just stopped me in my whole sentence. You a singer?
Yeah, I'm a singer. I've been a music lover my whole life. I even write my own shit. I just don't record shit. I do it for my own entertainment.
Wow.
Like
No, I'm not.
My old lady get mad at me
Lord.
sometimes because every now and then I'll take my sound bar from my TV and I'll put it on my back porch and I'll play music and I just be sitting out there singing and my neighbors will all sit out there and just be listening, chilling.
Dang. You was a singer. Wow.
All right.
I get Stu in the hook.
I'll do it like this. I remember the first day you would never ever leave me alone. And now it seems to see the lady, baby, that you were always gone. That's it. Hey, I'm not going to stray. I'm not going to try to go.
Hey, bro.
Yo.
Hey, Smitty. This right here is a titty dropper.
Yeah, he's stupid.
I'm one of those people. I don't like.
No. When you explode, you know, you give talent. You don't supposed to talk. We gotta big you up. Hey, it sounds good. It sounds good.
I'm nothing special, bro. I'm nothing special. I have the same talent that I'm guarantee you probably 100,000 other people in this country have. That
That's make it small.
DV, I promise you this. I promise you this, that every word that I'm getting ready to say is true right now. There's about 100,000 other people, black, white, Mexican, I don't give a damn what they race are, in this country that have the very same talent that I have that will never, ever be noticed. But the one thing that we know as people who have that gift, as long as we can use it and we can bring joy to other people, that's really all that matters to us.
Facts, bro. Facts. We going talk Eagles. You got
yeah.
Back to the bird.
Let's go. Hey, I ain't got no clips. We ain't really getting no damn clips. They don't give us shit, bro. They don't leave us with a nigga with nothing, dog. They don't give a Listen, every other podcast got clips, and then the Eagles content creators, we got like nothing.
Now here's what's funny though. That right there, what I just did, somebody's gonna clip that and actually try to do some funny shit. Leave me alone, y'all. Stop. Don't do that to me. I'm a very simple man. I live a private life. I like to smoke and drink I like to drink and smoke and just chill at home with me and my lady. Don't put me out there like that, y'all. Please don't do that. I'm begging y'all.
I don't think they can use their content without permission, though.
Hey, Philly. You said it wrong. You gotta sing that shit, Snoop.
You can do what you want.
He tried to leave it out.
I'm a grown man. I can handle it. Do what you want. But I'm going to ask.
Real quick, before it slipped my mind.
If you do it, oh well, fuck it. It happened.
Me and DV was talking about it before it slipped my mind. Hey, man, this is my last podcast from this corner right here, dog. This is my last You see this corner I'm in? This is my last podcast from this corner, dog. I just gotta prove for my place, dog. I'm moving into my place, dog. I'm gonna have my own little area for the pod, dog. We're gonna be chilling. We be hanging out, man. I got a blessing, dog, that I thought I never would get, dog. You know what I'm saying? I pray every day.
Hey, never think you can never get something, man. The more you apply yourself and the more you work at it, bro, you can always get what you achieve, trying to strive for, bro. Don't ever think you can't. Just take it. Don't say you can't. Only thing you think to yourself is, what do I have to do? How long is it going to take me?
Appreciate y'all, family, man. Y'all already know, man. But this is the last one from this corner. Dog. We up from here, man. It's up from here. It was already up. It was our. If I had to do it in the middle, of the desert, dog, I was doing it.
No. First of all, you didn't know I was a singer too. I'm about to sing for you, bro. About the situation. Well, we
finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't burn on it. Hey.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen, and beans don't burn on the grill.
It took a whole lot of trying just to get up there.
Now we're up in the big league. See now y'all making me show my age. Now y'all making me show my age with singing theme songs like that. Y'all gotta.
I know all that because I was raised by my grandmom, so I know all that, bro.
Okay, yeah. Cause look, I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, if you was raised on that, then you know about 227.
Yes, I do. I do.
Hey, look, hold on, wait. Don't do that. Don't be showing our age on screen like that. I ain't even
No,
bro.
No. They need to know that we old enough.
I gotta talk to my people. Don't look at. So Miss Ash said I'm drunk. I'm not drunk at all. I know exactly what's going on. If I was drunk, I'd have been snoring right now. So I'm not drunk. Now, Jing, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Who the hell is Sandra? I don't know what they talk about on the chat, bro.
Yeah,
we gotta get back to this Eagle talk. We gotta get back to the Eagle talk.
They probably think I'm drunk though.
No, you ain't drunk. You just loud. You talk like Samuel L. Jackson.
Facts.
Hey,
facts.
How do y'all feel about the JT situation? Since we ain't talked about it as a group, what y'all feel about the JT situation? Prince, what you feel about it? Prince on mute.
I like him.
Oh, okay, he off mute.
I like him. It's just I don't think we're gonna trade. I like him.
What would be the scenario if we were to trade for him? If you had to say what would happen, how would it go?
I want to trade Derek Barnett. I'm not gonna take him, and probably like a third rounder. I think second rounder too steep for him.
Quest.
You said Quest?
Yeah, I would trade Quest for him.
Here's the total trade package.
Third rounder and Quest.
Here's the total trade package. I give up.
That's what I give up. That's what I give up. Prince, exactly.
I'll get no. Give up Quest. Give him Derek Barnett.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about it. Now you give him Rashad Penny to replace that. No. Listen to me, DV. I already
cut Penny anyways. We got to cut him anyways. We might as well trade him.
Yes, exactly. Because you give him Jonathan Taylor's on the last year of his deal. Rashad Penny's only a 1-year deal, and not really any of it's guaranteed, but except a small amount. Yeah, so therefore, you can give him Penny to replace a running back, a position that they're giving up. You give them those 3 players and probably a 4th rounder this year and a 3rd rounder next year. You have one of the top 5 running backs in the league.
You ain't get 3 players and 2 picks. Hell
No. You get Jonathan Taylor back and you get a 2nd rounder along with it. And plus, if you do not re-sign him and he stays, you get a 4th round compensatory pick back for him either way.
Yeah, but who are we sending over that's worth a second rounder? And that's
here's something that if you noticed last night. But yes, and you give him 3 players, 2 picks. Here you give him 3 players and 2 picks. 1 player they desperately need, because here's why. If you watch last night's game, what did they have a problem with? Somebody getting down the field. That's where Quez Watkins is the most enticing piece of this offer, because now you have a quarterback who has an arm, literally an absolute cannon for an arm, who can throw the ball so far down the field, but you have nobody that can get down the field fast enough.
Yeah, for real, Pierce and Pittman are real possession receivers.
Can I answer a question? I want to answer a question. First of all, Stu, I don't know why you lift your sleeve up. I seen your shoulder blade. I don't know what's going on. Okay, because you lift your shoulder up, I was like, what, you about to play, bro? No, I'm not sure. I love you, Stu. I love you, Stu. But
I'm thinking about it. Don't get me wrong.
But I think that if we did trade for a Jonathan Taylor, or a Rashad Penny or a Kenneth Gainwell would be a trading block for something that we weak at.
I'm not giving up either one of those. Here's why. One of them's going to my special team.
Stu.
Not Gainwell. Gainwell's not going nowhere.
Before you answer it, so let's say this. I'm gonna give you a scenario before you answer, right?
Okay.
High Roseman make a trade and trade for Jonathan Taylor, right? And then Penny is still on the roster, and if Gainwell is still on the roster, and we're looking light on linebacker or safety. You don't think that those trades will happen with a Gainwell, or if they know that we will be able to extend or time to approach Jonathan Taylor to stay with the Eagles?
You're talking about after the upcoming season.
Yes.
Because here's the thing about it. This is what you're not looking at. I'm looking at the fact that if you make this trade, either one or the other is going to stay. Either DeAndre Swift's going to stay or Jonathan Taylor's going to stay. Gainwell's already going to be here because he's still under contract for this year and next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gainwell's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be here. You would still, during the season, you have Swift and Taylor. Either one you could work out a deal for. I think it would be more possible to work out one with Swift, seeing as though this is home for him. You know what I'm saying? So you could find a way to make things work with him. And if not, this is the last year of his rookie deal. You could slap the franchise tag on his ass and he ain't going nowhere and work out something during the offseason.
Yeah, but Eagles don't use a franchise tag.
They really don't, but think about this. This is a kid that's grew up in Philly at home. First of all, you think he ain't going to sign next year's franchise tender? Just to know that that's guaranteed and in the bag? Come on now, we from Philly. We ain't giving away
No, Stu. That depends on the offers that's given to him.
We're not franchise.
People talk.
We're not franchise.
First of all, no. I'm just saying use the franchise tag just so we know nobody else can talk to him right now unless they giving us something that we can get just in time, just to give us time to really work out a deal with him that's comfortable with him. We know we're gonna get a little bit of a hometown discount. Literally, this is literally his hometown.
Exactly, facts. But what I'm saying is, if we sit up there and say, yo, we going to franchise tag him. Before we franchise tag him, do you think that he's not going to be looking elsewhere if he has a year that we know that he can have?
This is the thing that I'm thinking about. Yeah, everybody looks elsewhere. But and this is only because I got my degree in psychology, y'all. I want y'all to think about this. Yeah, you can go win a Super Bowl somewhere, you gonna get paid anyway.
I'm joking with you.
I didn't think I've survived to stay sane in this nutball the whole time. Like literally, I think about it like this. From a psychological standpoint with DeAndre Swift, if you know, seeing the team that you have around you, that you're going to have you could potentially have multiple shots at the apple of winning a Super Bowl, and you can do it for the team that you grew up rooting for, don't you think you would rather do that than really go anywhere? Yeah, you could go anywhere. You could get more money anywhere else. But where's it going to mean more to? From a psychological standpoint. And at the same time, yeah, you ain't getting the grade, you ain't getting the highest amount that a running back can get. But damn it, you getting a damn good amount where you can get your damn family out of the damn drama that you came out of. You don't make money to do that.
I got a question for you.
We Philly, we ain't giving up no free money. Not when we know we came from nothing. Nah, bro.
So we're paying running backs.
Think about this, y'all. I want y'all to truly think about this. Hassan Reddick knew he could have got more going somewhere else. Where he at?
Oh,
hold on, wait. DV, Prince was trying to get in here.
I do want Prince to answer his question, so that's why I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, let's go, DV. Go.
So, no, go ahead, bro.
You sure?
Yeah, get in here.
Yeah, I promise.
You're gonna bounce right back to DV.
All right, so we're paying running back $7 million as a total this year, right? How much do you think that number is going to increase or decrease next year? Is that number going to increase to 10 million, 12 million because we got to pay somebody? Or is it going to stay the same? Or are we going to even be less because we might get rid of Swift or whatever? If we have DeAndre Swift and we have, what's his name, JT, next year, right, maybe they both want a contract of like, what, $5 million, $6 million each, right? So that means our payroll for the running back position is now going to be close to probably 12 million, 13 million, right? Do you think that Howie Roseman really wants to penny pinch that much and he just doesn't want to spend at all on a running back? Or is he willing to do that if we actually get a quality player in here?
I think he'll pay the right running back, Prince. I think he's looking for a guy that's multi-talented. He doesn't want – see, Miles' problem was we had to switch him out on third down and bring in Kenny Gainwell. There was no reason to pay a guy that you only can play 2 downs. If we get a sack on second down, you automatically – look, think about it. Go back and look at the tape. And I looked at the tape, right? If you go back, anytime Jalen Hurts took a sack on second and medium and it turned into second and third and long, it was an immediate substitution of Kenny Gainwell. You're not going to pay a guy you can't put on the field in the passing down. I think the guy he would pay in the locker room right now is probably 2 guys. He would pay a Kenny if Kenny showed up next year and really perform. I see people saying he's going to have 15 to 1,700 yards all purpose. If he was to put those type of stats on the board, he's paid. But I really would think you if you see Swift put up anything close to 1,200 yards all purpose next year in the passing game and running game, you try to get him in here for $5 million. I would pay him $5 right now.
Yeah. I would pay him $1 $5 million, but everybody wants to be
a question about that though. I got a question about that very same thing that we were just thinking about. That you were just talking about Miles not being able to be on the field on third downs and stuff like that. I actually, because you're right about that last year, but I go back to his rookie year. And if you go back and look on third downs, he was out there. And the passes that he caught, if you noticed, they were down the field. Miles Sanders, I honestly believe, as a running back, when it comes to catching, he's better at it going down the field, not in the short game. I believe he's better at going down the field because he's in more space. So I actually believe that was just something that we should have actually. I think if we tried that maybe a little more, he might have been a little more successful at it. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I just noticed the difference in the type of passes that he was catching and he was dropping and he was having problems with. The ones down the field, he was better at catching. The ones that were actually closer to the line of scrimmage, I don't think he was really comfortable doing that because he knew there were so many bodies in that short area that he was worried about the hit that was coming more so the catch and securing the ball. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he was a little better at that catching the ball going down the field because I remember his
50 catches, I think.
I remember his rookie year, he caught a couple balls, one in the end zone against Washington from Wentz, and it was down the field. And I think it was about from 20, 30 yards away, something like that. And then the one against the Vikings that he had down the field where he was matched up one-on-one with a linebacker. I believe it was either Kendricks he was lined up with, and he beat him down the field for a touchdown against the Vikings. I might be wrong, but I know that Vikings one I know I'm 100% sure about. I'm not so sure how far he was down the field in that Washington one. But I noticed he was better down the field because I think he was more comfortable doing it because he was in a little more open space. There weren't so many bodies in there closer to the line of scrimmage like it was. Just a theory, though. It's just a theory.
Yeah, what was you about to say, King?
Get back in here, DV. We was waiting on you.
Miles Sanders sucked.
No, he didn't.
No, look, hear me out. Hear me out.
He didn't suck. He just wasn't adequate enough for Eagles fans.
No. I am a Philadelphia fan, sports fan, period. Eagles. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying you're not. I'm not comparing you to me. I'm just, hear me out. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan, right? Well, Miles Sanders, I'm a huge booby Miles Sanders fan. After what he said in one of his interviews towards,
I heard
that.
What you talking about. I heard it.
Miles Sanders had a knee injury throughout that whole season that we were supposed to be Super Bowl champions. He had a whole knee injury. He had fumbled, or probably two, that people count in the Super Bowl. Miles Sanders proved why he was number 2 in a collegiate on a collegiate team.
It was Saquon Barkley, dog.
Saquon.
Like, for real, he was a number 2 behind Saquon, bro. Are you really going to hold that against him? Because once Saquon was gone, He was number one, and he showed up too. I live out here, bro. I watch all Penn State games. I watched him even when he was the number 2 behind Saquon, and he still showed up. So nah, bro, you not make that argument. Nah, not to me.
Not everybody can be Saquon. Like he's not not
for real,
elite.
bro.
He's not elite, but I wouldn't say he's like terrible.
Argument that's just bad football argument right there.
Hey, y'all two at the look.
I'm waiting for y'all to stop talking so I can talk.
Go ahead.
I got you, Stu.
Go ahead,
I got you, Stu. I think I got you, but I got you, Stu.
See, I'm about to go. I gotta go grab my big bottle for this one now.
Yeah, you go do that. You go do that.
Hey, I'm not.
Season.
Grab the big boy now.
Oh, I'm getting him drunk.
Nah. I'm grabbing the big bottle because the other bottle is empty now.
Okay. But let's think about it. Last season, mostly every Eagles fan was saying that Miles Sanders was coming into his contract year, and we wanted a lot more out of him. Now, fast forward to like week 14, 15-ish. Miles Sanders got on the podium, and he said, I wouldn't have had this many yards if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts and the offensive line. Now, when the time to arrive for Miles Sanders, which would have been the playoffs, started, Miles Sanders didn't show up. Who showed up? Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell showed up, even though it wasn't a lot. But Kenneth Gainwell did show up. Now, in the Super Bowl, all chips is down. Everybody's watching. Dallas Cowboys fans is watching. Everybody's watching. Your boy, Miles Sanders, fumbles. We called it back. He has it. He needs. Yeah, I know it's twice. Bro. I don't want to throw too much dirt on his name because I like him. I like Miles Sanders. But he fumbled. No, I got you, bro. Go ahead, sip your drink. But he fumbled, and then we didn't hear nothing too much from him in the Super Bowl. My question to you is, do you believe that Miles Sanders was a better solution for the Eagles, for our Eagles, than the two guys that we signed?
Well, now, since you posed the question like that, you're going to get the answer twofold. One, let me go ahead and clear up all that drivel during your long soliloquy you just did. Let me go ahead and clear some of that up. Number one, and Smitty, I seen you over there being a cheerleader. Yeah, he fumbled twice. Yeah, I know.
Twice. I was just making sure he had it right. See, he said one. I had to make sure you got twice.
I'm going to address all of that because see, this is what y'all don't understand. I am not a very brilliant man, although most would say I am that know me, truly know me. They would say that I am, but I tell them no, I just pay attention to life and learn what it needs to teach. Number one, you say Kenny Gainwell showed up in the playoffs. May not have been bigger, but he showed up. Of course he did. He was used less during the season than Miles Sanders was. Who was the back that got the most carries? You say, oh, he say, I wouldn't have the success I had if it wasn't for the offensive line and Jalen Hurts. Well, excuse me. Name a damn running back throughout NFL history that could actually say that. I guarantee you, you can ask Terrell Davis. You could ask Emmitt Smith. The only running back that could actually say that, and I believe this with my whole heart, is Barry damn Sanders. Barry Sanders played his entire career without a top quarterback and without a top offensive line, and he still got busy. Okay? So you name me another running back in NFL history other than him without having a quarterback and a good offensive line that did have success. Don't worry, I'll wait. But then again, let's keep going.
You wait long.
Hold on. Nope. I listened to you.
Go ahead.
You said in the Super Bowl, oh, he fumbled. Yeah, he fumbled twice. Yeah, he did. But let me ask you this. Was he not supposed to say what he said in his next press conference that he had, knowing that he wasn't really given a true opportunity to redeem himself in that game? Because from them moments on, and you can sit back like that all you want, DV, but tell me, no. Tell me within yourself, if you mess up, you're not going to want the opportunity or as many opportunities as you can possibly get to make up for your mistakes. And if you're not given those opportunities, it's going to stick with you a little bit. You can't say that it won't. It will. No. I'm not. No, it will stick with you. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to, because I know.
For you to finish.
That's a man. So yeah, he's going to say that. But at the same time, of course, Kenny Gainwell is going to show improve more. He had less wear and tear on his body. Now, if you watch and you paid attention to the game film in that game, offensively and defensively, we had guys literally thinking about the steps that they could take and where they could plant their foot, because they didn't know where they were going to slip, fall, and not be able to complete their either running their routes or rushing the passer. How many times did we see Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, and other defensive linemen literally beat their blocks, get ready to make that turn, and literally slide for 2.5 to damn near 3 yards? Can you not think that maybe as a running back,
who messed up that day that received the opportunity? Hold on, not you. I'm asking the person in the comments. Who messed up that day that received an extra opportunity other than Jalen Hurts? And we couldn't put him on the bench. He had to get an opportunity. Like, Stu, you play football.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I understand.
Running back come out and fumble on the first play and then turn around and fumble again. And everybody thought it was a fumble that second one. He just got happy that the referees turned it around. You had 7 carries. You had 16 yards.
That's all good. But tell me you couldn't see throughout the moments in that game where you seen defensive linemen on pass rushes and wide receivers on their routes where they were actually sitting there trying to figure out where they could plant their foot and make their cut so they could actually be effective. It happened the entire game from the halfway through the first quarter on. I watched it. Y'all seen it too. And if y'all are sitting there denying that, and y'all can't say that at some point during that game, you're not sitting there trying to sit there and you're not concentrating. Can I put my foot here? Yes, that's going to mess up your concentration in other areas of your game. If you guys aren't compensating for that and thinking about that, you're not giving him the grace that you should. Because I'm telling you, Miles Sanders, now, this is something that's going to be missed this year. The chemistry of Miles Sanders understanding when Jalen's keeping it and when he's actually giving the ball. That continuity and chemistry that they built over the last 2 to 3 years, that will be missed. And it will cause us problems. Now, no, I am not saying that Miles Sanders is a better option over the two guys that we have. I'm not saying that as far as a talent perspective and the potential and what they can do. I'm not saying he's better than them. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we are literally not looking at this. If we are Eagles fans, true Eagles fans, and we know this game the way we know it, we're not looking at it the way we should, and we're not giving him the grace that we should give him, and we're not understanding the chemistry and connection and continuity that will be missed. It will be at some point a detriment. We are going to see it. And y'all are going to be like, damn, Jalen should have gave that. Or damn, Swift should have known Jalen was keeping that. We're going to say that at some point during the season. And that's going to be the point where I'm going to point out to y'all where I say, damn it, Miles Sanders would have known better. Miles Sanders would have known if he was giving it or keeping it. Miles Sanders would have known his option of, okay, he's keeping it. Let me be this distraction or let me take out this guy. Miles Sanders would know that because he understands just by the physical understanding of how Jalen's handing the ball or holding the ball. He would know. Y'all aren't paying attention to that. Everybody's just looking at the talent upgrade, but not thinking about the continuity and the chemistry that's built over time between two players and the guys in front of them.
Dude, why do you think Kenny Gainwell is leading the running back one race right now?
I know that's why, but at the same time, we're going to have to understand and realize that during this season, guess what? Either Swift or Penny or Swift, and if we trade for Taylor, they're going to take his spot. What we don't understand is another reason why Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott have so much success more than Miles Sanders. These guys are shrimps behind offensive linemen. They are the shortest
I knew he was coming.
running backs in the NFL. They literally, when those offensive linemen set up blocks and you give the ball to one of those two, that's why I'm telling y'all, Deuce Vaughn for the Dallas Cowboys, he will be successful this year. He will be successful in the NFL because he literally disappears behind the offensive line, and you do not see those guys until they're either right next to you or they're already past you. And their legs are so small and move so fast, by the time they're already past you and going, you could try to catch up with them. Good luck. Good luck. They've already gained another 8 yards by the time you've already shifted your body weight. Good luck.
Go first.
Prince, where you at? You in here?
Not bad. I didn't know you wanted me to. I guess, like,
stop me where I lied. Stop me wherever I lied. Point it out.
You said Miles Sanders deserved more chances. He had 7 carries for 16 yards and 2 fumbles.
And hold on. 7 carries. Really? Your number one running back, he had 7 carries in a Super Bowl, and you're going to tell me he got enough chances? You really going to tell me that?
You fumbled 2 times.
So what? So what?
It's the biggest game of the year. Once you didn't fumble all year.
Right. It's the biggest game of the year. It's the biggest game of the year. He got no. Stop, Smitty. Stop. It's the biggest game of the year. You did not do this to him at any other time during the year.
He didn't fumble either.
What?
Hold on. What happened to Quez after that Washington game? Did he not get phased out of the offense until we played the Colts weeks later?
And he got a shot down the field in one of the most crucial moments in the biggest game. Are you kidding me?
He earned this. He earned the respect. Miles didn't have an opportunity.
What respect did he earn? Really? He had his worst season of the career, bro. He had a second. He literally, No, I won't say. Yeah, basically, yeah, he did.
Fumble all year, and then we give you the ball. The first time you touch the ball, you fumble.
No, you can't make that. You can't make that argument now.
You fumble in the big game, bro.
Once you started arguing for Quez Watkins, you cannot make that argument.
You don't get no more chances, bro.
Smitty. Sorry, no, Smitty. I'm sorry.
Quez didn't fumble the first possession of the game.
Smitty. Once you started making no. Once you started making the argument,
ineffective.
Stop, Smitty.
Hold on, KingDv, you my partner.
Once you started making the argument. Once you started making the argument and you brought up Quez Watkins, your argument became null and void. Quez Watkins had already.
Listen, that wasn't a negative 3-yard fumble.
No, Quez Watkins had already proved throughout the season. Quez Watkins had proved multiple times throughout the season.
Still, why is it null and void?
Because Quez had already proven throughout the season and throughout the playoffs. He wasn't really reliable or somebody you could count on.
Man had 3
He had already proven that.
Man had 3 drops all season, Stu.
And the most crucial drop came where?
What, the Washington game? Because he didn't even touch the ball in the Super Bowl.
You're right, because he dropped the damn ball.
He didn't touch it.
No, he did.
He didn't touch it.
No. He should have caught that ball, bro.
He should have caught it, but he didn't touch it.
He should have caught that ball.
I'm talking about balls that was in his hand. He only dropped 3.
That ball was in his hands.
Nah,
what are you talking about,
Smitty? He should have jumped. The ball was in his hands if he don't jump. He jumped and he looked goofy. But
tell me the ball did not touch his hands.
The fumble didn't come negative 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, dude.
Bro, did the ball touch his hands 2 yards outside the damn end zone?
No.
You a damn lie, and the truth ain't in you, bro.
Yeah, you a lie.
That's he didn't touch that ball. Go back and look at it.
Smitty, you just showed me right there. You ain't watched the damn game, bro.
Listen, he didn't touch it. He should have touched it, but he did not touch it. He should have caught it. He should have stayed on his feet and ran the route. He should have
you're saying that
and caught it.
You're saying that the ball kept its trajectory and hit the ground, meaning the angle of the ball didn't change, which meaning that he didn't touch the ball.
He should have touched it. He should have touched it, though.
Yeah, but he touched the ball. The ball.
No, look at it. He puts his hands out like this. The ball falls straight through his hands. He should have closed his hands.
The ball touched his hand.
The ball touched his hands.
Bro, I'll put the clip right now.
It scraped it. I mean, it didn't.
He didn't touch the ball. It
scraped his hand.
He should have caught the ball.
He touched it.
I ain't saying he shouldn't have, but Miles Sanders also shouldn't have been 3 yards behind the line, out of bounds, fumbling the ball. He should have been going up the field.
Thank you, Miss Ash. Either way, it's bad. Either way, it's horrible.
Let me ask this question to the panel.
Let me ask this question to the panel. The fumble from Sanders and the line catch from Quez is bad.
All right, is Miles Sanders? Miles Sanders not?
No, you ain't gonna just get to say that. He agreed with a statement. I'm calling him out on the statement. He said it's both bad. She's saying the fumble bad and him not catching the ball bad. But you was just all the way knee deep in for Miles Sanders.
No, I'm just like I said.
You said he needs chances.
I'm sorry. In that game, I would have gave Miles more of a shot than I gave
that fumble the ball that needed a chance was Jalen Hurts because he answered it. He went down and scored. What the hell did Miles do?
In that game, I would have given Miles more of an opportunity to redeem himself than I would have gave Quez a shot down the field. That's just me.
Tell him to get opportunities in Carolina. That's where you get opportunities at. And I bet you be a bum this year and you want to put some money on it. You got my inbox.
They ain't got no O-line on them. They got a rookie quarterback. He really, bro, I'm sorry. To make that statement tells me you're not looking at football the same way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you know what? After you done did this, I don't even want my jersey no more, bro. If anybody in the chat, bro, want a Miles Sanders jersey for free, you can have that shit. That nigga a bum. From now on, I don't give a damn what he did. 1,300 yards, the nigga a bum, and tell him go to Carolina to get them extra carries that he wanted in the Super Bowl because he'll never see another one. But pick the ball up. He caught him 2 times in the Super Bowl. Tell him to get it like that. That's where he gonna get them carries at.
Tell him how you really feel. See, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is Smitty I want. Tell him how you really feel. Stop bullshitting, Smitty. Tell him how you really feel.
He's a choke artist. He's Kyle Shanahan of the Super Bowl. That's what he is.
This is Smitty I want. This is Smitty I want. Tell me how you really feel. Stop sugarcoating shit, Smitty.
Kyle Shanahan of the Super Bowl. That's what he is. He went to the Super Bowl. He choked. He fumbled twice. And guess what? And guess what? Shane Steichen said, "Go sit your dumb ass on the bench. And we're gonna let Kenny Gainwell get the rest of these carries." And he was done for the rest of the night. He didn't get nothing. And that's
all right. Then I got this question for you. Do you think Kenny G does as well as Miles Sanders did last season if he has as many opportunities?
No.
False.
Okay.
Swift will.
All right. So we're saying that Kenny G isn't as good as a running back as Miles Sanders is.
Prince. I can answer that question. So last year we had Miles Sanders, Kenny G, and we had Boston Scott, right? Yeah. So now going into this season, the all season, I should say, Miles, Howie Roseman, and our coach decided we're going to bring in 2 guys that they call quote unquote injury prone in to compete for that spot of RB1. But then they flipped it and say, hey, it's going to be running back by committee. Why can't Eagles fans see that it's running back by committee, and then rather than say, oh, who's going to be RB1? It's running back by committee.
But listen, DV, if you go look at the stats, bro, historically with the Eagles, we running back by committee, but there's always one guy that get the bulk of the carries. Yeah. Who is that guy? I like Swift.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. I love the whole argument we just had about running backs because, DV, you just pointed out the one thing that is the fact about anything. There is no RB1 in Philly.
Go look at the stats. It'll say different.
Yeah, the stats will say different. That's factual, Smitty. That is, the stats will say one guy will get the bulk of the carries, but that's the guy that's being the most productive and can be most productive against any and every team. But there is no RB1 in Philly. There won't be. Technically, no. There will be no RB1. There hasn't really been one since Shady.
Yeah, that's the last one.
That was the last RB1. And the only reason why he established himself as RB1 is because Andy Reid realized he could do both. He could do all 3 things. He could run the ball, he could catch out of the backfield, and he could pick up blitz protection and do pass blocking. That's the only reason why. But other than that, there really was no RB1. Shady only came out when he got tired and he needed to take a breather for a couple of plays. Other than that, Shady.
Hold on, what you was finna ask me, DV?
No, I'm not going to ask you anything. I'm just going to say something. Think about it like this. 2017-2018 season.
Garrett Blunt got 173 carries, and the next person behind him only had 63.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I looked at the stats. I ain't telling you I looked at it and I didn't.
But here's the reason why.
No. Wait, Hold on, I just want to ask a question. Hold on. No, real quick question. Was the next guy Jay Ajayi? Yes. Okay, that's why. All right, go ahead.
And that's what I was kind of going that route, but in the Super Bowl, look at what we had. We had Jay Ajayi,
Clement.
We had LeGarrette Blount, and we had Clement.
And we had
3
Smallwood.
running backs.
We had Smallwood too.
Oh yeah, Smallwood.
2. Pause. That's a pause. But yeah,
Smallwood. Pause.
I don't know about it. But we had a running back by committee and they did their thing when the time was right. That's what I'm saying. We were never, besides, like you said,
Besides Shady.
McCoy and
Westbrook.
Them two. After that, we was running back by committee. That wasn't one of those things that we had to pay. That position we didn't have to pay that position.
Yeah,
we haven't in a long time.
Right.
In the last like 10 years, we ain't played a running back. Like 10 years.
Linebacker and running back.
Why are we talking about running back RB1 with DeAndre Swift?
Because there is a guy that gets the boat, though, DV. Every year, there is a running back one. He's just not going to be on the field every down, but he's going to play most of the downs. Miles Sanders did it last year. He was committee last year.
That's called situational play. That's what I'm saying. If it's like, say, Penny is cooking because they can't, the opposing team can't tackle. Okay, he's going to get bulk of the carries that game or two or whatever. If it's, hey, they can't guard Swift because they don't know where he's going to be placed. Okay, he's going to be the RB1 or 2 of that situation. If Kenny G is there and they didn't game plan from him because he don't have enough tape as a Penny or a Swift, okay, that's going to be the guy. If it works, it works.
I understand what you're saying, bro, but you know, Miles Sanders had almost 210 more carries than Gainwell last year, and Kenny Gainwell was second in carries. That's what I'm saying. I know there's a running back. I know there's a committee, but there's a guy that's going to get 170 possible carries. There's going to be a guy that's going to be way ahead of everybody else. That's the only question I'm asking. Is it Kenny? Is it Swift? Is it Penny? Like, who's that guy? Are you going to – okay, I can see them coming in and using Swift like they use Miles Sanders. Let him run the 1 and 2 downs and then bringing in a Kenny or a Swift on third down, or bringing in both of them on third down. But somebody's going to get all those carries.
Question: who has the best ball carrier vision out of all these?
Wait.
Swift, for sure.
Wait. Hear me out real quick. Not to cut anybody off.
No, you do.
Who was in the contract year?
Swift.
Both.
Swift
and Penny are in contract years.
Last year.
Okay, but we got the same scenario. So now Miles Sanders is replaced with 2 running backs.
Last year, who was in? Like, just answer the question.
It's Miles Sanders, but we all knew week 1 we wasn't paying Miles.
No.
I did.
Any team that said, listen, hear me out, because you just said the stats, and I'm listening to you.
200 carries.
You just said the stats, bro. What I'm saying is, if you said the stats, and he had those many carries throughout the regular season,
okay,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that they was trying to see what they had in Miles Sanders before they even paid him?
Okay, 2021, he had over 100 more carries than Kenny Gainwell. That wasn't a contract year.
I'm not talking about 2021.
You're going in a point that I'm not telling. I'm not going there.
That was also Kenny Gainwell's rookie year too.
I'm just saying, bro. Anytime we run committee, somebody has the bulk of the carries. Every time, in the last 10 years, you can go look at the stats. There's a guy that gets the bulk of the carries.
I'm not going against that. But what I'm saying is a situational play. If it's
situational play, don't get you 200 more carries.
Listen to what I'm saying. Me and you, we the running backs of the Philadelphia Eagles. I was here before you. It's my contract year. You just came in about 1, maybe 2 years ago. It's my contract year. You don't think that these NFL GMs and coaches is going to sit up there and run me through the ground to see what I got left to the point where to see if I'm worth a contract or not.
That's facts.
Okay, I got it.
But it's been 10 years of evidence, though.
Does that.
It ain't all been all the running backs we did like that wasn't on contract years, though. We did it every year for 10 years.
I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about
Miles did it for 2 years in a row. Miles did it 2 years in a row where he was leading he had the bulk of the carries. 2 years consecutively. Actually, really 3 years consecutively.
Okay. That's cute. That's a cute argument. What I'm saying is, why? No, listen. Why do you think that Miles got that many chances?
He was supposed to be our running back. Obviously, we took him in the second round. He's supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to still be here if he was able to do both things. If he was able to catch the ball, Miles Sanders isn't in Carolina, begging for more carries.
Cool, but
no,
you don't think that
he was begging for more carries in the Super Bowl.
Wait still. So you don't think that it was because the coaching situation with the Eagles, and then when we changed in that year when we had those rookie coaches to the point where everybody's run the damn ball, and they ended up running the damn ball in the Lions game. You don't think that was the reason why it was like, okay, we're going to give Miles another chance? Because they're not going to pay the running backs that. They're not going to pay running backs.
Here's what's so funny.
They're not.
It took them halfway through the season last year, with all those rookie coaches, to realize to use the damn running game.
And Stu, you just proved I don't know what he's talking about right now. But my point was, you just said it and proved my point even more. So you telling me they really didn't start using him until week 9, right?
Right.
He had 200 more carries than Kenny Gainwell.
Kenny Gainwell was also a rookie that year.
No, I'm talking about this year.
Is that the argument? Like, that's the second
week 9.
Argument made.
Week 9.
It's the second bad argument made.
He almost got 400 more carries than Kenny Gainwell in 2 years.
This is the second bad. This is the second bad argument made tonight. Kenny Gainwell was a bad
argument, and I just said we say committee, but it's not really a committee. There is one guy who gets the bulk of the carries.
They literally just figured out week 9 to use the run game. Don't you think it figured a minute to take him out? Okay, maybe we should start rotating these other guys in here too. Like, come on! If they just figured out to use the running game. Like, if they just figured out to use the running game, hell, they probably just figured out to rotate running backs.
Well, then you might well say Shane Steichen was, or Nick Sirianni. Who was it that was making mistakes? Because I don't care what y'all arguing. I'm still telling y'all the same thing.
Both made mistakes. It was their rookie year.
Go back to when we traded. Go back and look at the stats when we traded Shady. Go back. Every year there is 3 or 4 guys with more than 50 carries, but there's always one guy at the top of the list that doubles everybody else's carries. That's my argument.
Now here's the argument.
And
you literally just proved my point, Smitty. You said go back to Shady. You're talking about people who are offensive guys
when we
who understood.
Shady.
No, stop.
Traded
you
Shady.
said
that's what I said.
Shady.
No, I did not, bro. No, I did not. But I will end this whole show if you're gonna tell me I didn't say that, bro. If you're gonna say I didn't,
just said going back to Shady.
Thank you, Prince. He used Murray. Murray was our main back for those 2 years, and we still had committee.
Who was the point? You're literally proving my point, Smitty. Think about this. You said go back to Shady. Yeah, who drafted Shady? Who was the coach?
Obviously,
who was the coach? Andy, exactly. How many years had Andy Reid been coaching?
A long time, since the 90s.
Exactly. Now you want to talk about DeMarco Murray. That was a new head coach. Who was that?
Kelly. Chip Kelly.
Exactly.
And he still ran the ball. Chip Kelly ran the ball. There's no argument.
But here's the thing about it, though. He was a new head coach. His whole offense was predicated around the RPO, and DeMarco Murray had just came off a career year. Correct me if I'm wrong or right. He just came off a career year.
And we still ran committee, though. With him coming off career year.
Yeah, he's going to lean on that running back. Why? Because that's somebody that literally just came off a career year, and you're literally leaning on a veteran guy actually at the running back position to lead your team. Now, fast forward, Doug Peterson. They drafted a new quarterback. They realized during that, okay, we need to get better running backs because Ryan Matthews, for a fact, ain't that guy. We knew that. So what did they do? Sean LeGarrette Blount in free agency. You still got Darren Sproles. Undrafted free agent Corey Clement. You had Wendell Smallwood. Oh, halfway through the season, let's trade a 4th round pick and get Jay Ajayi. Oh, why? Because you realized you need an effective running game to help your young rookie second year quarterback to help him grow. Okay, now Carson Wentz doesn't work out. What do you have? You already have Miles Sanders in-house who started out with Carson Wentz. Then he started to build chemistry over the next year and a half, 2 years with Jalen Hurts. Now, what happens? He's going to get the bulk of the carries. Why? Because he's the guy that's been there longer. He's more the veteran of the guys that are there, and he's the guy that has the chemistry with your quarterback in the system that you're running. Really? Are we making this argument, Smitty?
I'm looking at the stats. You said he was the guy that was there more. The only time I could see that we actually ran a committee, I'm looking at the stats in the football database, was 2015. That was the only time where the number 1 and number 2 were less than 100 carries apart.
Hence the reason why I say there's never a RB1.
All the other years, it was a bulk for one person and a small bulk for the other person.
Because one person was more talented than the other guys, so they wanted to use his talents more.
All right, if we're saying that if we're saying that Swift is has the best ball carrier vision, but we all know that Kenny G is being announced or something as the running back 1, right?
Nothing's been announced, but we just saying he's saying because he's been here. He's saying because he's been here, he should be running back 1.
Yeah. So, and we're talking about situational football, right? All right. So on those key downs, who do you think is going to be in? Swift or Gainwell? Because like you're saying, the person's going to get the majority of them. So who's going to be it?
At this point, I think it's going to be at coach's discretion. Whoever the hot hand is.
Oh, my bad too, Stu. In 2017, Jay Ajayi was not second in carries. I got it wrong. He was third in carries. Clement was second in carries with 74 carries.
And here's why. Because, like I said, we started the year, it was Blount, Sproles, and Smallwood.
You can't even use Sproles. You can't even use. He only had 10 carries.
Exactly, because he got injured. Because he got hurt early that year. That's the thing about it.
That was the year with that was the year with the leg injury, whatever he had, the hamstring or whatever.
He had a broken arm and he had the ACL injury.
The ACL.
Yeah. So that put him out for the year. So therefore, that's why Clement got brought up off the practice squad. Clement took Sproles' spot. That's why Clement had the carries like that. And then we didn't get Ajayi until right with the trade deadline. And then that's when Ajayi started getting carries.
He played 7 games.
Yeah, we didn't get him until right before the trade deadline. We got him for a 4th round pick for the Miami Dolphins. And literally, I remember at that day, every damn NFL show, any damn sports show was like, yeah, well, with Philly going to the Super Bowl. The moment we got Jay Ajayi for a 4th rounder from Miami, everybody was like, yo, Philly going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, shit, y'all just got on this boat? Like, literally, I thought that before we got Ajayi. Then we got Ajayi. I was like, all right, well, it's a wrap now. At least I know for a fact we going. Who we playing against and if we going to win, I don't know. Once I seen it was the Patriots, I was like, oh, we finna whoop their ass. I didn't expect the second half. That, you know what I'm saying? We was going to be a little suspect on defense in the second half. But I already knew we could get that one stop we needed because we had a defense that could do that at least. I didn't expect it to be a strip sack. Cool, I'm good with that. I thought it would be earlier in the game when that first one in the first quarter, when they got their field goal, that pass he tried to throw to Gronk over the middle. I thought Mills could have picked that off.
Oh, Stu, you making tacos?
Yeah, that's what the wife want right now.
Wow. I've seen the taco shells in your hand. I'm
a multitasker.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Tomorrow night I might make Phillies at home. I might make some homemade Phillies tomorrow.
That Super Bowl, I was kind of different from you because I was like second half. I was like, yo, they got great coaching, and I knew they was going to make adjustments from what we were doing.
I knew that, but I didn't think our defense was going to actually let them in that quickly. I didn't think we were actually going to let them get back, I thought we were probably, okay, they would get back and get close, but I didn't think they would actually, I thought our defense would adjust fast enough where they wouldn't get the lead from us.
That's the greatness of a Tom Brady offense and a Josh McDaniels and everything. Everything just clicked with them that year.
Hang on, that was my most confident game. Like the whole year was against them.
Really?
And Super Bowl, yeah.
I was shocked when we won.
With me, the reason why I was
shocked. I was shocked, DB, but that was like the game I went into, and I was like, this ain't gonna be the one we lose. Like I went into a couple games, like that Minnesota game, I was a little shaky. But coming out of that Minnesota game, I was like, if we beat Minnesota, I don't got no worries.
Here's the reason why I thought that game it wasn't going to be that. I didn't think they would, because Tom Brady at that point, even at that point, Tom Brady has never been a mobile quarterback, and we had guys that could get to him. So I thought we would get more hits than the quarterback and actually be able to get to him more than we did. I thought we would actually sack him more times than just that one strip sack, but I didn't realize it's just like last year with Gannon. Jim Schwartz did the same thing. He had those damn corners 8-9 yards off of this damn line of scrimmage. And in the second half, that's what killed us.
I didn't feel like he put all them yards either, dog. When I seen the stats after the game, I was like, what? He put a 500 plus on us?
Yeah.
Where?
That's why I was like, what the hell? How did he do us like that?
I was so confused. I was like, I watched that whole game, bro. I didn't move out of my seat once.
Like, seriously, we killed their deep threat in the second quarter. We took Brandon Cooks out in the second quarter. I'm like, how the hell did he throw for 505?
Where?
That scene when Brandon Cooks tried to make the moves and Malcolm Jenkins hit him.
Slept him.
Listen, and you know what's bad? Malcolm Jenkins was recovering from being out of the play. And when he recovered and seen where he was at, he was just like, oh, I'm finna kill this boy.
Oh, yeah.
Kill him.
No.
And he made the wrong move, DV.
Bro, he took him the hell out, bro. He took him out. Malcolm Jenkins is one of my favorite Eagles ever, and I know we got him from the Saints, but he's one of my favorite Eagles ever. I
told my wife before that game started, I said, literally, babe, I said, Offensively, I'm not worried about anything. I said defensively, I said the one thing I want to have happen. I said, dude, this is the last game of the year. This for all the marbles. Fuck a fine. Fuck a penalty. Lay somebody the fuck out. Defense. Hit somebody and let them know it's going to be a long game. When that hit happened, I'm not going to lie. My wife, she a Browns fan, bro. She was in the room. She was in the bedroom sleep. I ran in the goddamn room and woke her ass up and put that play on replay on YouTube. She looked at me and she said, oh my God, is he even breathing?
Nope. He died.
I said at this particular moment, you know me, sweetheart. I love human life and I never wish death on nobody. I said, but if that nigga lost his life today, I don't give a fuck.
Facts. Like, look. Here's the thing about Super Bowls, right? So, yeah, we just played in the Super Bowl last year. We came up short. We did. Regardless of what happened. You could say the field. You could say out-coached. You could say...
Come on, let's not go here, DV. Come on, man. I just got my energy back, dog. You finna take me back down. I want to cry lane.
Bro, let me talk.
I don't want to relive the Super Bowl again, bro. I don't relive it like 100 times.
I relive it every day. Fuck it.
You got to. You got to because that's one.
Another one.
The way our quarterback played in that Super Bowl, that was one that got a fucking way. And I think that's why, really, that it gets to us when the Cowboys fans, just like on the Spaces earlier, DC set up there and said, oh, but y'all didn't win. Yeah, we didn't win.
DC.
But we got to the Super Bowl where y'all didn't even touch a championship. So they don't understand that. So we gotta show them again. Like I said, we gonna win the NFC again.
If you don't come with a dub, DV, I don't want to talk about it. It gotta come with a dub, bro. If we go back and lose, we 1-4, bro. They really not gonna let us live, bro. They don't let us live now. We 1-3.
For real, I think that shit made Jalen a better player. Honestly,
I think so too. I think he's more locked in, but I don't want him overly locked in either, Prince. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want him what?
Like overly locked in, where he like trying to do like
too much
everything to get back to make sure.
Yeah.
Bro, they just when I was watching that game the other night, he was like, you could look at Jalen. He don't even. It looked. The man was like, oh, it doesn't even look like he has fun in his real life. All he thinks about is football. I'm like, that's not how you. I mean, I understand winners is like that, but you gotta have a life, dog. You can't just lock in on I'm going back to the Super Bowl. I gotta do what I gotta do to get back because I messed up.
That's false. That's false.
That's where the Super Bowl slump come in at, bro. For me,
listen. I think Jalen Hurts does have a life, but when he's on that field, all he's thinking about is winning. I don't think it's more so that all he thinks about is football.
I mean, he said it after the Super Bowl. They asked him what he do for fun. He said nothing, football.
Bro, that's politics.
Nigga could have said, I run, I swim, I go sunbathing. He said nothing, football. Nah, bro.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers would say something like that.
No, Aaron Rodgers said he does shrooms for fun.
Yeah.
Hold on. But you got to think, Jalen Hurts, he a different breed than everybody else, bro. He don't want everybody in his life.
Listen, y'all finna jump on me again, bro. I'm gonna just end the stream. All I want the man to do is not take it too seriously, bro. I don't want him to kill himself to get back to the Super Bowl. I want him to play as loose as he did last year.
I just think he want people not. I just think he don't want to let people into his life like that. I just think that's why he say stuff like that.
And I'm kind of leaning towards I'm kind of leaning towards that, to the point where I understand what you're saying, Smitty, but at the same time, I think that Jalen Hurts, he's taking it hard, but not too hard to the point where he's going to lose focus.
DV, I got a question for you real quick. Stu, who's your favorite quarterback? Me and you got the same favorite quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Who's yours? Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah.
What do you and he's a perfect example of what I feel about Jalen Hurts, right? When he was losing all those years in a row to Tom Brady, I felt like that's all he thought about all year. And when he got to that game, he was antsy. He was making mistakes that you didn't see him make no other time, bro. Any other team that would have stepped on that field, think about it. When he went to the Super Bowl, that was the first time you really seen him relaxed. When he went to Denver, he was like, "Oh, I'm over the ghost of Tom Brady. I can relax. I want Jalen Hurts to just go out there and play football. Don't think about getting back. Don't think about what you got to do to get back. Don't think about what you did in the Super Bowl to fuck. You messed up, you fumbled, whatever. I done justified your fumble from my end, and I look crazy. To say it didn't do anything to the Super Bowl, I look crazy, but I don't want him to beat himself up to the point where he on the field is tight situations and he mentally lock in, but he forces. He doing things that he wouldn't do normally, and it happened. Stu, you got the same favorite quarterback. We watch Peyton Manning stress over those losses to Tom Brady every year. He would come back, have a big season, then he get in the game with Tom Brady, and he can't even get 200 yards.
But here's the thing about it, though. Here's why I say that, to me, it's not that with Jalen. With Jalen, it's different because he has the mentality of a Kobe, a Michael, that obsessive drive to get better. But at the same time, he has that guidance from his father to remind him that, hey,
hold on,
sometimes you got to step away.
I didn't even want to go there with Kobe, but Kobe did the same thing when he lost Shaq. He overly killed himself until he got help.
But this is what I'm saying, though.
Try to get a Super Bowl. And every time he had an interview, he said that's my favorite.
At that point, Kobe didn't have somebody in his ear telling him, hey, look, you got to step away. You can't be overly, you can be obsessed, but you can't be overly obsessed. Michael Jordan had that.
Years, dog.
Early in Michael Jordan's career.
Years, bro.
Yeah, early in Michael Jordan's career, he still had his dad to say, hey, look, hey, man, I understand this is what you want. This is your drive, but you got to step away from that.
Kobe overly assessed for about 5 years of his career after he lost Shaq, bro, until he got another championship. Then
he was over. No, he was over.
Play with him. No, people play with him and say, I was on the team with him for 3 years.
No,
I never seen the man smile.
It was before he even lost Shaq. He was overly obsessive. Go back and listen to Kobe. No, go back. I get it. Yeah, he was.
His first thing when Shaq left was, what was his first words in
go back and listen to his interviews after that 2001 finals.
Stu, after he got the fifth ring, what was the first thing he said in the interview when they said, how does the fifth ring?
He said, I got one more than Shaq.
Thank you. He obsessed over that for almost 7 years.
But at the same time, he was obsessive like that before he even lost Shaq. Because go back to listen to after that 2001 final series against AI, he said, Allen Iverson drove me to be this great because I had to figure out that problem. It wasn't just that year in the finals. Allen Iverson was a problem for him every single time they faced off. And he always said, it was AI that drove me to be like this.
One thing, but he was overly obsessed. No matter what we said, he was obsessed about getting championships because he didn't want to be seen as a guy that only got him because of Shaq. He was obsessed because guys gave him fits, and he thought he was an all-around defensive player, so he locked in to get them.
Yeah, but he said
better.
AI
was the good side of it. I'm not saying there can't be a good side though.
But he said that AI was the one. He said that AI was the one that made him overly obsessive about the game.
He said the same
because
thing about
he was
Tracy
a problem.
McGrady too.
Yeah, but he said, but AI was different because he was that little guy.
What he said about Tracy. He said Tracy McGrady do everything I do, and he's 6'8", 6'7".
Exactly. But see, the reason why he said AI was that one, he said because AI played my position. He played the 2 guard. He said he was that little guy at my position that I knew I would always have problems with because the little guy would always be faster. So I had to find a way. And he said, and if it wasn't for Allen Iverson, I would never be as obsessive as I was about the game of basketball than I was to be the guy I am. He said, Allen Iverson was that guy. And that's why I say, I will argue anybody down to this day. Y'all can have your Michael Jordans. You can have your LeBron James. To me, the greatest player to ever step on a hardwood floor in the NBA will always be Allen Iverson.
I'll tell you this, Smitty. I'll tell you this, Smitty.
Yeah, Smitty
You're not
great.
great. You're not great unless you take your home with you. Or take your work home with you.
Bro, y'all. What are y'all arguing with me right now? What's the argument? Because I don't understand what y'all. I said I don't want him to be on the bad side of being obsessed.
Yes, but
I don't want him to be overly obsessed to the point where he's not being himself.
Yes,
we watch people do that. We watch people be obsessed and not be good, and we watch people be obsessed and be good. I'm not saying he can't be good. I just want him to be the same guy he was last year. Be relaxed, take the game seriously, but play you. Don't come out here because you got $255 million and think about running the ball. Don't come out here because you got $255 million and think you got to make that deep pass to AJ Brown. No. Don't be obsessed in your head where you like, I gotta win the game. I gotta take over when the game is on the line. I need you to be like, I am that guy. It's in me. And when the game is on the line, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna be me. I don't need you to go out there and be Dak Prescott. We watched Dak Prescott be overly obsessed, and guess what happened? He's turned into a turnover machine.
Yeah, you get no argument from me on that one. I get where you coming from. I'm just saying.
I don't want him to be on the bad side of it. If you're gonna be obsessed and you're gonna be a GOAT, cool. If you're gonna be Tom Brady about it, I'm not gonna argue that shit. If that's what you're gonna do, you're gonna go out there and be Tom. I'm 100% cool with you going out there every day and doing it. But if you're going to come back and be Peyton Manning and it's going to take you 10 years to get a Super Bowl because you're obsessed over one loss from the first time you played Tom Brady, I'm not cool with that. I want him to be himself, keep playing his game. All season, me and DV, we've been on lives, bro. How many people said Jalen Hurts need to stop running the ball, man? He need to start concentrating on being $255 million man and not get hurt. I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to take what he has done this year and say, oh, I got to have a better season than last year because I hear everybody talking about it, or I feel like I got to go out here and put up 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns because that's what a $255 million quarterback do. No. I want you to go out there and put up 35 touchdowns and I'm cool with that.
Smitty. Okay, I get that point. So here's my question to everybody. If his only obsession that he has as a quarterback, as our quarterback, is never losing in the Super Bowl again, no matter who the quarterback.
I'm cool with that. If he there and he don't want to lose again, I'm cool with that.
If that is his only obsession, then who the quarterback is.
You know what's good about that, Stu? The obsession, you can only be obsessed with it because you're there. That means we're there.
That's what I think. That's what I believe his obsession is. Never losing in that game ever again when he gets there.
If he was to go back 4 more times and go undefeated, what can I say?
That's my thing. If that's his only obsession, are y'all okay with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm 100% cool with that.
I mean, I don't think he's taking it too seriously though. Like in the offseason,
I mean, Prince, he did stare at a picture of him looking sad as shit for 6, 7, 8 months.
I understand that. Let me finish my point though. All right. So in the offseason, right, he's done all these like what was the Tyler Taylor thing. He's done these commercials and everything like that. If he was just focused just on football, he would have done the route to where he denied the quarterback thing with Peyton Manning or whatever, and he would have denied every other experience that he has. Because all that shit is outside of football. That has nothing to do with what he's going to do on the field. So I don't think he's overly obsessed with not making mistakes. I think he's just, and he has the kind of mentality or the kind of personality to where he doesn't get too high on things and he doesn't get too low on things. He stays right in the even keel, and saw that in college too. So his facial expression is sometimes it's like Eli Manning has that dumbfounded face on. Sometimes you're just looking at him, but he's not happy, he's not sad, he's just kind of in his own space. But we can't say Eli Manning didn't show up in playoffs. Even when Eli Manning had Odell Beckham Jr. and they lost that boat trip thing. I watched that game. Eli Manning was not reason why they lost that game. He showed up in the playoffs. It's just everybody else was doing some dumb shit. All right, so I don't think he has the type of mentality where he's going to get too high or too low on anything. And I think he already knows that being a coach's son.
I wasn't saying too high, too low. With a point where your focus is, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta be. I want you to just be like, last year it felt like he came out and just happened.
Yeah, I get what. Yeah, you're right, Smitty. That can be a problem. That can be problematic.
You get to that point where, damn, I gotta do this. I'm the team. They looking for me to win. I don't want him to take all that pressure because you don't have to. You got AJ, you got Kelsey, you got Lane Johnson, you got Devontae Smith, you got Swift, you got Goddard. It's easy for you to just lean on those dudes and say, hey, look, us together as a group, we finna go down here and win instead of you just being like, I got to. That's the obsession I'm talking about, Prince. Not just high or low, just being like, hey, I gotta be that guy. Last year, you didn't feel like that. You felt like I believe in my guys that they're gonna get me out of the situation. Don't feel like you gotta get out of the situation every time by yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Question is
Fair enough.
Listen. Going off of what you just said, what makes you think he's not like that this year?
I didn't say that. I didn't say he wasn't.
No. I'm not saying you said it. I'm just saying.
I'm hoping he is, to be honest, DV. That's what I'm hoping. Because if he is that guy that you talking about, if he the guy you talking about, we winning the Super Bowl, bro. If he the guy that's still willing to lean on his guys, anybody want to record it, bro, we winning the Super Bowl if he's the same guy from last year. He don't even have to take another leap. If he believe in AJ, if he believe in Devontae, he believe in his offensive line. If he can instill belief in the other guys on the other side of the field, that when Jalen Hurts on the field, if I get a stop for him on defense, he gonna come back out here and these guys together are gonna get us a dub. We getting a Super Bowl, bro. Period. Nobody else has the continuity we have in our locker room. Nobody has the pieces.
Hold on, correction. We ain't getting the A. We getting multiple, motherfucker. What you talking about?
I'm talking about this one. I ain't gonna talk about the next one. We'll talk about the next one when we get to the next one. But this one right here, I don't sell some plasma right now if I see Jalen Hurts.
If that's the mentality he has now, that's the mentality he gonna keep.
True. I can't argue with you now, Stu. Nah, Stu right. Now, KingDv, you made a point. If he is that guy, we could be running it up. We could be here in Dallas them talking about, damn, how did you catch up, instead of saying, why didn't you?
That's why I said correction. Because if he got that mentality now and it works, that's the mentality he gonna keep. Because he realized it works. See, when you feel like, it's like we always say, y'all, how long have y'all heard this saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
You've been hearing that your whole damn life. I'm 43. I've been hearing that since I was boy. Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What the hell you think people keep saying that for? If that's the mentality he has now, and it works to win one, don't you think that's the mentality he gonna keep to keep winning?
Stu, the only reason I said that. The only reason I said what I said about it.
That's the mentality Tom Brady had. Why you think Tom Brady always took less money so you could bring different people in? Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Look, the only reason I said what I said is because I seen a post from Elliott Shore-Parks the other day where he said he felt like Jalen Hurts was going away from the run and more to the pass. You know what I'm saying? And I was just in my head like, is he trying to be more than what he need to be? Is he trying to take away his biggest talent? Because in my head, the reason we were so good last year was because that RPO had some of the best linebackers in the game looking like they were standing in quicksand. They didn't know where to go. They didn't know who to follow. And by the time they moved, it was a touchdown. Big touchdowns too, because AJ and then Devontae gonna be so much nastier this year. It's gonna
and
be
I think that's what he's realizing though. I think that's what he's realizing though, is that I know the guys on the second level are going to be worried about me so much. Those guys are going to have free space to run with. So if I get them the ball quick enough in space, those guys are going to have a field day.
And then you got Devontae Smith working from the slot a couple times this year. Do you know how crazy that's going to be? Him on a third corner?
Or
Trust could get crazy.
Or as the report said, he was running Texas routes out the backfield. Could you imagine him lined up against a linebacker?
Him going into the Debo Samuel type role? Oh my God. And Smitty get loose. Smitty get loose quick.
Hold on. Let me do this again.
Hey, look, and then think about this. On those times where Smitty in the backfield doing those type of things, you got Swift playing slot. You probably got Quez playing the 2 at that point. You got AJ on the other side, and you still got Dallas Goedert on the field. You still possibly got Kenny Gainwell on the field.
It's a problem.
And I heard somebody say something today. Let me ask y'all. I heard that Zach Ertz might get cut. Would y'all bring him back?
Bruh, now look. Here's the one time. This is the one time where I would say bringing back a player, I'm not opposed to it because Zach Ertz is still just young enough and still can be that route runner or that he can be that tight end.
You don't have a guy behind Dallas Goedert that got the ability Ertz got.
He can be that tight end too now. And he's more reliable.
I heard Zach Ertz might get hurt, DV. You bringing him back?
I wouldn't be opposed to that, man. I'm like,
I ain't hear you, DV. Hold on. Say it again. You said what?
Nope. No, I would to retire him, but I wouldn't bring him back for like a Super Bowl run. I wouldn't do that.
Hold on, time out. DV. I want you to actually think about this. The guy
I am
on our Super Bowl winning team who literally was our most reliable receiver all year long, and on that final drive to get that final touchdown, he was the one. Every third or fourth down conversion and the touchdown, he was the guy. He's the guy that actually was the mentor for Goddard. Why would you not want to bring him back as a tight end 2? As tight end 2.
Can I ask you a question?
Why not?
I need to ask you a question. Who was our wide receivers in that Super Bowl?
Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith, Nelson Aguilar. You want to go there? Trust me, I got this all in my head.
Who was aging in that Super Bowl?
That depends. That depends on what you're asking. Because Alshon was aging more than everybody.
Right. So what I'm saying is, do you think that he would make an impact on this team that we have now built? Zach Ertz, I'm talking about. Do you think he would make an impact?
Zach Ertz, with his established reputation as a route runner and pass catcher, combined with Dallas Goedert and his ability that he learned from Zach Ertz to run routes. He has actually better hands than Zach Ertz, stronger hands, and he's more physical, can break tackles and get down the field faster. And you still have Zach Ertz, who is a route runner and has sure hands. Yes, absolutely.
Pause. I would think not, because For instance, Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert plays on the same side.
No, they don't. Dallas Goedert can play both sides.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it, but I mean, I ain't opposed to bringing them back.
No, I'm not saying, hey, bring him back. Yay. I'm not saying, yay, bring him back, Zach Ertz. Yay. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm not opposed to it because he would be the better tight end 2 in the league.
True.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Calcaterra or Stahl is what Zach Ertz is right now.
Nope.
Hey man, appreciate y'all, man. It's hitting that mark, man. We appreciate y'all for coming out, chilling with us. It was an epic one, man. We told y'all not to miss it. If you missed it, then you can go ahead. You can start back over at the beginning. You can run it back through, and it'll probably keep ticking while you're sleeping. All when you wake up, you figure out your minute mark and come back, man. You know, holla at us, man. But next week we'll be back on the regular schedule. You know what I'm saying? And we moving forward, man. The road to Super Bowl 58 and the road to Las Vegas starts today.
But
Right
tell
now.
me I came out
And
with DeAndre Swift over
that point
Bijan.
where Jordan Davis could, still play the same